Welcome to the Eastern Conference Finals, game number 2 from Giant Center in the sweetest place on earth, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hershey Bears playoff hockey coming to you live tonight on the Monumental Fox 43 production on Antenna TV locally in Central PA. Welcome to our listeners on the Bears Radio Network, AHL TV, and the Radio Network 2. I'm Zach Fish alongside Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski design side as we get set for Game 2. Let's send it to PA announcer Jared Bronski.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Please direct your attention to the Olympia Tunnel as we welcome Carrie Ashton to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
Experience here at Giant Center, a dual threat, got some bites on him, sets the tone for Game 2. Eastern Conference Finals, rocking crowd at Giant Center, sold out. Saturday night hockey in Chocolatetown, nothing better as we meet our starting goaltenders. Hunter Shepard looking for a bounce back for Hershey, but what he does, he wins. He won game number 1 for Hershey. 4 huge saves in overtime. Jet Greaves on the other side, great numbers too. Shepard 186, Greaves 182 as far as goals against average goes. Tonight's officials calling the penalties. We'll see how they call it. There were 12 power plays in Game 1. Stephen Hiff, number 46. That's Morgan McPhee, number 43 on the lines. Jeremy Boucher and Ryan Jackson. With former Bears captain Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski is ice side. I'm Zach Fish. The fourth line gets the start. Riley Sutter and the Bears look to set the tone and take a 2-0 series lead. Game 2 Eastern Conference Finals. We get to it from Chocolatetown, USA. This is Hershey Bears playoff hockey. The Bears left to right in the chocolate uniforms with cream and white accents. And looking to drive in the offensive zone is Riley Sutter, putting it back of the net of Jet Greaves. Bears fans were rowdy, making noise as coming in and laying the bloom is Sutter in his second game of the postseason after missing the first 2 rounds. Rabinski, hello, knocks down Zaboral, and you want to talk about set the tone, physical early.
Yeah, I love that, Zach. You know, set the tone early. That fourth line comes out, a couple of big hits, especially early in the game. You know, really sets the tone for what's moving forward here.
Well, last year we called the line of Sutter, Nallenstein, and Morelli, the Bears' 4th line in their Calder Cup win. The wrecking ball line for plays just like that, living up to that name with a couple different wingers for Sutter here tonight. Bears look to break out of their own zone. 1 minute gone, period 1. The top line on the ice now off the stick of Ethan Frank. He levels a shot, and the game's first penalty will come 1 minute and 5 seconds in. Shepard touches it up, and Ethan Frank is going to go for tripping. Went for the hit on Roman Ashon. He wound up taking out his legs. We'll see if we get a second look at why the Bears will head to the Bouquet Mulligan Mayo penalty kill in the early moments. First, though, we'll look at our scratches presented by Evergreen Brewing Company. For Hershey, Matthew Phillips, Logan Day, and Matt Strome among those on the outside looking in. Jake Gaudette out for Cleveland today, along with Blankenberg and Christensen, who are hurt. Evergreen Brewing in Camp Hill, their Juicy IPA. Snagged yours and helped the Bears repeat the roar. So Cleveland had 2 power play goals on 5 chances in game number 1. Puck cleared to center. They will get an early opportunity on the man advantage.
Yeah, not much there, I think, Fish. You know, I think Ethan Frank's just trying to finish his check there on Cleveland. They're going to get another one here. Same type of play. Just, you know, time and space. You know, it's one of those plays where you see a penalty called early in a game. You know, probably not much on each side, but evens up 4-on-4 here.
Stanislav Ozil off for interference, and we'll get a second look at this. The Monsters bringing up ice. A cross check to Aaron Ness allows open room. So 4-on-4, just 21 seconds into the power play before we could give you the particulars of the numbers of where these teams rank. We'll skate with a little extra room, and with Hershey being the quickest team, according to the folks from Cleveland, that the Monsters have seen. This benefits the Bears. Hendricks Lapierre, a goal and an assist in game 1, tied for 3rd in the AHL in scoring in the postseason. With 10 points, he's on the ice with the game 1 overtime hero, Mike Vecchione. Monsters in their white jerseys, blue and black accents, moving right to left with Sillinger to center. Pass picked off, Johansson got it and runs into trouble. Trey Fix-Wolansky gets it back for Cleveland to Sillinger, who marches down the right wing. Snaps the shot, Shepard has the game's first save. Hunter Shepard with the turnout for the Bears and no rebound. And we talked about Hunter Shepard radio side pregame. When he gives up 4 more goals in the playoffs, the next game he's 4-1 with a 2.12 goals against average and a 92-1 save percentage. The last time he gave up 4, the next game was game 7 against Coachella. Stopped 45 of 47 to lead the Bears to the cup.
Yeah, and you know, anytime, you know, Shep wants, you know, he, like you said before on the radio, you know, pregame show, it's, you know, he's his toughest critic. And anytime you have a goaltender like that, you know, he knows exactly what's happened. And, you know, there's a few that he'd love back there, and you know, he's going to turn out here tonight.
Pucella to Juracek, who snaps a shot that Shepard is able to seal again. David Juracek, who had 3 points in the game 1 loss, denied there. And Juracek is skilled, 6th overall pick in 2022 and been 43 games with Columbus, but Shep is there, saw it all the way and no rebound.
Yeah, that's a big man that can shoot the puck. Obviously that, you know, last second kind of desperation tying goal there that he had on Thursday night. He can shoot the puck, and you know, he did take some penalties, so that's something that the Bears can look to exploit, you know, here tonight on Saturday.
Joe Snively out on the ice now for Hershey along with Alex Limoges. Snively still looking for his first of the playoffs, but has been impactful with 7 helpers. Off the face-off win, Iorio will look to get it ahead to center. Puccia took it away and has it behind the net. Kyle Puccia to the corner for Hunter McCown, one of the goal scorers in game number 1 for Cleveland. Counter the point, had it and lost it. Snively to center. Limoges a bit behind him. He'll pull up. He had a helper, Alex Limoges, again on the overtime winner by Vecchione. Zaboral back into his own zone. The former Boston Bruin first-round draft pick will leave it. And Juracek galloping on in down the left wing. Into Hershey territory. So far, 4-on-4 has benefited the Monsters, but an errant pass picked off by Limoges, and the Bears look to rush to center. 17:20 left first period. Shots 2-0 Cleveland. Bears set it up behind their own net. Vincent Iorio to center. Hershey will have a brief power play in 20 seconds when Frank comes out of the box. Jake Massey in the lineup once again down the left wing with the first shot for Hershey. Green's the save, but left the rebound. Massey gets his own rebound and tries to go up the boards for the Monsters to center. Del Belbaluz, left wing. Samuel Kanasco in his series debut, didn't play in game 1. Kanasco with the puck at the point for Cleveland. His first game of the playoffs, his Calder Cup debut. Turnover at center, right out of the box, Frank. Wobbling puck, he's got it, tries to pass it, he missed Dubé in front. Oh, it nearly worked as Frank out of the box on a 2-on-1. There's a big hit at center. And the puck loose to Malatesta, who dumps it back in his own end. Power play will expire, but what a chance there.
Yeah, that puck just wouldn't sit flat there for Ethan, you know, breaking through his speed. It, you know, it was almost like, you know, the Bears player didn't know exactly that Ethan was coming out of the box there. And it's too bad that didn't sit flat for him, because he was, you know, clear-cut breakaway.
McElrath pass off the foot. Mateau will dump it in. The veteran sees it behind the net of Shepard to Sillinger on the left wing boards. Puts on the brakes and reverses it, leaves it for Roman Ishad. Played collegiately at Wisconsin. Up the near wing, the Monsters regain possession of the puck. With 4 minutes off the clock, it's McElrath. Rank taking it to center ice, where it's gloved down by Cleveland, and that is a hand pass on the Monsters with 15:59 left of the first period of play. Just getting our footing Well, a good pace to this one in the first 4 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah, there really is. You know, we just talked about that Ethan Frank, you know, partial breakaway, and he was able to get it moving forward for himself. You know, just wasn't able to get it sit flat for, you know, for the pass back door. But, you know, a great speed up the wall there for Ethan. We saw him do it on Thursday night and come in and score on that.
Center ice, Cleveland looks to bring it over the blue line. The Bears take it back. Garrett Rowe with it will sling it forward. Miro Stachenko has it, snaps a shot, but the whistle was going for offside. Dunn will give Miro Stachenko a shot, but 20-year-old forward, he'll just skate right away from that. This line has been very positive for the Bears since being put together. They were having trouble defensively and made some changes, putting in Rowe for Matthew Phillips, and Aaron Rowe has come in and stabilized this line, moving Vecchione over to the wing. He'll have to come in to take the draw here.
Yeah, you add a veteran player. Obviously, we talked about earlier, you know, on in the playoffs with, you know, Garrett Rowe really, you know, not having played in the AHL playoffs before, but overseas, you know, he's very decorated. So you add a veteran player like that into your lineup, and then, you know, obviously the defensive part of Garrett Rowe's game, the ability to get underneath of opponent's skin. You know, he's been a great addition to this second line.
Wouldn't mind seeing 65 shoot the puck a little more too. He's scored on half the shots he's taken here in the Calder Cup playoffs, 3 for 6. Limited sample size, but the most of any skater active here in the playoffs. Massey off the draw. His wrist shot did not make it to Greaves, and back to center. Massey in with Haman Octel out of the lineup. Miro Stachenko's stick being tied up by Dunn. Referees look at it and say play on. Puck deflected behind the net of Greaves, and the trapezoid, he's able to corral it and dump it off to the far boards where Cleveland it's in his fire center. So Vozo will take it over the blue line with a wrist shot that's into the mitt of Hunter Shepard. He's got it and will hang on. No rebound from Shepard, and send it down ice side to Todd Sadowski. And Todd, he saw in the run last year. Shep looks dialed in after a game one that maybe a few got past him we wouldn't normally see.
No doubt about it. Nobody's perfect, but when you mentioned the statistics and his bounce back efforts, it's just outstanding. And just overall, it's a defensive effort, not just with Shep. The way the whole team commits to the defense after a game that was a little bit subpar defensively. I'd be surprised if they give up too many goals tonight, guys.
Face-off taken by the Monsters. Todd Sadowski ice side. We'll hear more from him later. 0-0. Nearly 5 minutes gone for his period. Game 2, Eastern Conference Finals. The Bears McElrath will clear the line out. Kicked in Kanasco's backhander kicked down by the right pad of Shepard. Kanasco's been all over it early. And from the left point, Hershey takes it away. LaPierre to Snively. Bumped it ahead, but too far for Frank. Otherwise, he might have had a break in the offensive zone. Snively to Frank in the slot. Pulls away from the pressure. And just out of the reach of LaPierre. A couple missed connections. Otherwise, the Bears in the top line would have been buzzing. But it's Cleveland that breaks the press and rushes to center. McCown in full flight will like to dump it behind the goal and change. Fresh personnel out for Trent Vogelhuber's Cleveland Monsters. Vincent Iorio cross to Lucas Johansson. Gons in center, tipped it. The Cleveland captain back in the lineup. The puck forward for a shot and knocked away from him. And the Monsters bring it in offside and touched up there for a whistle. This one should go down the ice. 14-15 left in the first, and Brendan Gaunce, that's a big re-addition for Cleveland. He hasn't played since the 11th of April against the Florida Panthers for the Blue Jackets, but savvy veteran that went to the finals as a rookie back in his days with Utica.
Yeah, and he's a heavy player. He plays the game the right way. Comes from a really good hockey family as well. His brother played, Cameron's played a long time in the American League, up in the NHL, with a little bit of Pittsburgh, and just a great hockey family. So he's going to play a tough game. He's a great addition to this Cleveland lineup. Our
captain Maxwell, a leader in the locker room. Another leader in the room, Stefan Matteau, will dump the puck behind the net. Knocked beneath the goal line. He's got it there. 0-0. The Monsters threatening with a wrist shot that Shepard will deflect up and out of play with his blocker to send us to our first break here at Giant Center. 13:58 to go in the first. The Bears looking to slay the Monsters. No scoring. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
I'll see y'all.
I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
What's up, champ? I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Electric atmosphere at Giant Center. A busy day at Giant Center. A graduation earlier today. Great work by the changeover crew, the rink crew here, and the folks that assist with the changeover to get this building in tip-top shape and ready to go for the contest tonight. Have a collision off the face-off. Miro Stachenko went down. He's back on his feet. It's Mike Vecchione at center. Looks to punch it back in. Zach Fish alongside Garrett Mitchell. Todd Sadowski along with us. Producer Ed Albert. And our great Shane Productions crew bringing you the pictures for those watching on the Monumental Sports Network and on Fox 43.2. Good read. Vecchione breaks it up to center. Zaboral to Bjork. He'll dump it in. Dylan McElrath is there. Handcuffs him a bit, but makes the play around the far base of the boards. Dale Belbaluz to the point where Juracek cannot hold it in. Takes it back to center. He's able to get it away from a pressing attacker, Garrett Rowe. The other number 65, Luca Del Belbaluz in offensively. The rookie gets it behind the net, but the Bears will clear it up the glass to Henrik Rubinski at center. 5 points of the playoffs for Rubinski. He'll chip it down the ice, but did not get center. And icing is called. And down ice level, we'll send it to our own Todd Sadowski.
Yeah, guys, Mike Vecchione started the Roar. He got the cup-winning goal, and when you know it, he does it again in Game 1 in overtime of this particular series. Vec's second career playoff OT goal puts him in a 7-way tie for third in Bears franchise history. He's behind only Mike McHugh's 3, Alexander Giroux's 5. Vecchione also just the third player to score consecutive playoff overtime winning goals for the Chocolate and White. McHugh did it on May 21st and June 7th of '97. Jim Pearson, April 19th, April 27th of 1974. Bears 5-0 in their last 5 playoff overtime contests.
Thank you very much, Todd. Yeah, they have been masters of overtime. They've won 13 consecutive overtime games if you include last year's playoffs, the regular season, and this year's playoffs. Of course, quite the difference between overtime hockey and the playoffs and the regular season, but we have not had the heartbreak of an overtime loss in a long time for Hershey. Icing called on the Bears. So far, I like what Hershey's done at points in this game. Shepard looks dialed in, but the passing, for whatever reason, and maybe it's something Cleveland's doing, just seems to be an eyelash or two off as the Bears look to get things tape to tape. Yeah,
just a little bit, a little bit in front, a little bit below, and it's one of those things, that there's graduation on the ice there earlier today. They flipped it over from from being fully covered to the ice, and they do a great job with that. But you're talking about Shep. Shep's been able to feel the puck. Hasn't really been tested on a grade A yet, but that's a great thing for him. He's been able to feel it early, and that goes a long ways for a goaltender's confidence.
Bogdan Cherniev is able to smoke Billy Sweezy, the physical defenseman, tattooed into the boards. The Monsters, though, maintaining possession of it with a sharp angle shot that hits the side of that from Trey Fix-Wolanski at his first of the playoffs in Game 1. He turns it over down to center. Jake Massey's got a break. The defenseman all alone. He shoots. Glove saved by Greaves. Goes crashing into him, and there's going to be a penalty call, and the Monsters take exception. Their goaltender getting leveled by a falling Massey. 12:08 left in the first, and rough stop with the net off as Massey denied, and he wiped out, took Greaves with him, and I think he's getting a penalty.
Yeah, man, I hope it's not going Hershey's way. It doesn't look like it initially here. Hopefully they take the trip on Cleveland. Jake Massey had a great opportunity there. It looked like he got tripped up going into Greaves, so I'm hoping that it's not. You're
right. Yeah, good catch there. Took the feet out. That's Massey getting tripped up. Here's a look at it. Took the feet out. He goes into Greaves. Both teams want a penalty call, and the referees are chatting here. And that's Sweezy that took his feet out. He's firing the puck.
Yeah, that's
a penalty on each side here.
I don't. It doesn't look like it. I think that's one of those.
So.
Yeah, that's one of those plays. It's a really dangerous play because Jake Massey is putting everything into that shot. And he gets tripped up there right at the last second, and he's in a pretty vulnerable position. He's got no chance to protect himself with Greaves going into the net. So that's the right call, definitely. On Cleveland on the tripping call there.
Yeah, agreed completely. We see that there, but anytime you see that net mouth collision, officials are a little sensitive in making that call to protect the goaltenders. So even though it did look like the feet got taken out, the Bears go to the power play now. And Garrett, they scored 2 power play goals in their last outing, but we talked about how passive Cleveland was on the penalty kills. They attend to the net here. We got a moment to chat about this. Real different looking penalty kill for the Monsters, and talking to some of the Bears coaches, they might make some changes here today in that regard on how they operate on the power play. So interested to see what they roll out here.
Yeah, well, we kind of touched on it there, Thursday night, and it's typically nowadays, especially, we talk about it being a copycat league, and the way that teams typically kill now is a high pressure, kind of roll them over, pressure the D. You have a little bit of soft ice there along the boards and up high if you're the forward, that you're not being pressured. There's a little bit of a soft ice there. But on the flip side, Cleveland was so compact in the center ice zone, what we would call the slot or the house in front of the net, and they're really just allowing Hershey to move it around the perimeter. So it'd be a little bit interesting here to see, the adjustments, obviously, with Nick Bootland being able to watch the videotape here, the last couple of days.
Yeah, you look at the special teams in this series, and technically the Bears did have an abbreviated 20-second power play, so 0 for 1 tonight. This is their first real kick at the can as they get the pegs on the net of Greaves replaced and set. And we'll see if a different look. It's going to be the same personnel for the Bears on the penalty kill. For the power play, beg your pardon. Cleveland on the penalty kill. Surrendered the 2 and have been about 80% for the majority of the season. A little worse on the road, below 80% in the regular season. So see if the Bears can take advantage. 12:08 left in the first. Looking to go up 1-0. It's the Monsters on the face-off and the clear. Off the 50-50 puck battle. Bjork sends it down the ice. Sweezy off for tripping, as we saw the proof of the pudding on the video. Took the feet out of Jake Massey, who got a breakaway. And appeared on the replay to actually fire high. I thought Greaves got a piece of it. And bang collision. Franken over the blue line on the right wing. Look to set up shop. He plays it around the perimeter of the boards. Alex Limoges on the far side half boards, trying to dig it free. Eric Dubé has it. Frank now is in the right circle. He's got it. He'll cut it and shoot. Right hand saved by Greaves. Normally Frank on the left side of the ice looks like a little switch here. They were the changes we anticipated. Frank down low. That shot gets blocked. They leave Snively. Left side. Lapierre's in, looking for a deflection from Dubé. Wide of the goal it goes. Well, they certainly get some looks early.
Yeah, you see them flip-flop with those, 2 high guys with Lapierre on the left-hand side. Ethan Frank has a right-handed shot on the right side. Just really allows them to shoot the puck coming down the hill here.
Lapierre shot deflected wide of the goal. It's Dubé with it out of the left corner. A lot of room up top for Snively and Frank. The Bears trying to get the puck around the boards. They will to Frank with 50 on the power play. 0-0, the Bears threatening. Frank with the puck. Goals in 4 straight. Has it from the right circle. Shoots. Greaves the save. The rebound there. Limoges swinging away at it. Greaves will cover as Limoges gets belted to the ice. I'll tell you what, it reminds me of the power play the Bears ran in the 18-19 season. They had Scarbosa on the left flank. They had Riley Barber, your old teammate, on the right flank. And they just shot the puck at will. And Cleveland giving Ethan Frank some looks.
Yeah, they are. And what that really allows, Fish, is, when you have a right-handed shot like Ethan Frank coming down that side, the puck's not exposed to the middle like it was on the one-timer side for him as a right-handed shot. So what that allows, it allows him to come down, we call it rolling down the hill, and he's coming in looking for that shot. And, look to see that really spread out.
That puck went straight out. That's a minor penalty, and it's going to be a 5-on-3, and they'll have more room to try to spread them out.
Yeah, and it just really spreads out that whole defensive unit there. You'll see Ethan Frank being able to roll down. You'll see Hendrix Lapierre being able to roll down on his forehand. Pucks on the outside of the ice there. So really look for them to start shooting that puck and allow that second opportunity in front of the net.
The officials called this play on the ice a delay of game penalty. It went straight out. That's what I saw from my vantage point. And they get together and confirm, yes, Samuel Canasco is going off 5-on-3 for 38 seconds, and with them getting together, it gave some of the big guns on the power play a chance to breathe. They'll get the likes of Frank, LaPierre, Snively, and Dubé back out there. And Mike Vecchione on this unit as well when they go 5-on-3.
Yeah, you know, Mike's been so good in that bumper spot in the middle of the ice there, being able to leave some of that pressure. You know, so look to see him being used there as a screen and also as a bumper in the middle.
And the big start, the face-off win from Vecchione. Snively to Frank from the left circle with room. Dubé with it, 30 seconds at 5-on-3 time to the goal line. Vecchione back to Frank, patient with the puck movement on the outside. They switch spots. Snively creeps into the right dot. Frank back to Snively, cutting into Frank again in the slot. He shoots, knocked down and cleared. Didn't get the C's to part the way they wanted. 15 on the 5-on-3. They reset, looked to up it quickly. Snively from the red line. Skates it in offensively to Frank. Near boards, 5 on the 2-man advantage. Dubé with it, left circle. Vecchione gives it back, 5-on-4 now. First penalty's over, but the Bears still with power play time. Snively cuts in, runs into trouble. Dumps it on back to LaPierre. 0-0 with the Bears on the man advantage. Joe Snively with the puck, looking past LaPierre to Frank from the left circle, sweeps it behind the net. Back up top to Hendricks LaPierre. 10 points in the playoffs. Frank's got it and guns it. And Green slides over into the corner it goes. Frank with it again. To the point, Vecchione quickly rushes across. LaPierre cutting in. Sidesteps him in. Gets him to fall. Still with it. Trying to send it to Dubé. Great patience. The finish not there. Hershey still with the puck. Tired penalty killers out for Cleveland, but they got to convert here. 40 seconds left on the Konasco penalty. At the blue line, Snively, LaPierre, they double on back. Far wing in the feet of Miroshnichenko. He'll pull it to the boards. Beneath the goal line, it's Dubé there. Vecchione in front. Garrett Rowe coming on the ice. He's got it. Rowe's fresh. He walks in, sends it to Snively. Trying to tap it to Vecchione. That goes awry. And behind the net, Vecchione has it. 9 minutes left, first period, late in the power play. Rowe snaps the shot high and wide of the Greaves, a blocker of Greaves. Miroshnichenko on the right wing. He'll cut in, lines and fires a right pass saved by Greaves. He got so much on that. It careens off the pad of Greaves and clears, and the 5-on-3 goes by the wayside. Big kill for Trent Vogelhuber's Cleveland Monsters. 8:40 left in the first. We remain scoreless. Special teams so big. A lot of wheeling that puck around. They just could not connect. Massey, who drew the first minor, out there now. Shot 6-5 favoring the Bears. It's Prisky with it, dumping it on back behind the goal line. Jaracek will leave it, and up the boards it goes to center ice where Prisky and the Bears reset. Grabinski to Trinia, pulling on back to Henrik Grabinski. Change the blue line. Massey's got all day. He shoots, deflected to the net, and it rolls to the corner, wide of the goal. The Bears with the momentum after extended power play time. Cleveland to the point. Trinia keeps it in. This line just brings their lunch pail every shift and is making it real hard for Cleveland to get out of their own zone.
Yeah, and it's that second effort, you know, that line really brings. That fourth line is, you know, when you think you almost have it broken out, they're able to get a stick on it, break up that, you know, pass out of the defensive zone and keep that puck in the offensive zone for the Bears.
Snively gets it from Frank over the blue line into Cleveland territory. Snively off the side of the net. Greaves directed with his stick to the corner. The Bears play it back to McElrath on the right wing boards. Pushes it around the boards to the far wing where Frank bumps it beneath the goal line. McElrath coming in. Throws the hit. Good work on Malatesta. Frank's got the puck. Sweezy smokes him, but Snively centers to LaPierre. He tried to pass it. He got hacked and wanted a call. Complained to the officials, but up ice comes Cleveland. Malatesta to McCown. He shoots big. Stick save by Shepard from point-blank range. Bears clear to center ice as Hunter Shepard with his best work so far. Cleveland sends it down and icing called. 7:02 left of the first period at a frantic pace. We remain 0-0.
Yeah, and that, you know, that's something that the Bears really have to watch because, you know, this Cleveland team is so good on transition. You know, you give them just enough time and space. You know, they make that 3-on-2 and turn that into a really, really good opportunity against Hunter Shepard there coming down the pipe.
Jimmy Huntington to take the draw. 2 helpers. And game number 1 for Huntington. Real good success in his career against the Cleveland Monsters in the regular season. Huntington's numbers, he's shot from the circle. Against Cleveland in his career in the regular season, 10 points in 11 games. He had a goal and an assist, 3 games versus the Monsters this year. Lucas Johansson off the draw, spins it around the boards, up to the right wing, Iorio. The blue line, Dubé's shot goes wide of the goal. Huntington will retrieve it left boards. Monsters on their heels, but doing a good job clogging the lanes. Pass intended for Johansson, broken up. And the Bears have to pull back to neutral and back to the drawing board. Benny Iorio over the blue line, trying to get it back from Limoges. The defenseman active there. Taken back by Cleveland, and Zaboral sidesteps Limoges into the center red. He'll fire it in behind the Bears net. Iorio on the backhand blows up on him, but Huntington cuts in. Good positioning. Clear to the line, not out. Del Bel Belluz kept it in momentarily. Limoges takes the bouncing puck to safety.
The Bears have, we talked about it, especially on Thursday night there, but we talked about playing as a 5-man unit, and, a lot of that breaking up plays coming back, out of the offensive zone. They've done a great job of that playing as 5.
Shepard with his save on a shot from the right wing, then knocked it out of midair with his stick out of harm's way. Vecchione to Massey with the Bears changing. Johansson hits the center red line and rips it in around the boards. Comes near wing. Miroshnichenko outduels Alex Whalen. And looking to corral that puck in the corner of the Bears. Cleveland Savozil has it instead. Stanislav Savozil gets it back as Juracek. Leveled to the boards by Miroshnichenko. Playing that rugged style with an edge. This made the Washington Capitals realize he's going to be a stud in the NHL. Still giving it to Juracek. Both those guys serious time up in the National League this year. John on the dumping behind the Bears net. Under 6 minutes left in a quick first period. Shots are 7-all. 0-0. Here in game number 2. Series shifts back to Cleveland after this one. Crow tips it down the ice. And icing is waved off as the Bears will make a wholesale line change. Renee Brabinski and center over the boards. They have been the most noticeable group thus far in this first period, giving Cleveland fits in their own zone and making the defenseman having to fear turning. Errant pass for the Monsters. This will be icing and an offensive zone draw for the Bears. And Konstanowski is ice level, and the speed is apparent up here on the 5th floor. You're even lower than us right there on the ice. These guys are flying up and down. A real good pace here to game 2.
Definitely, and you mentioned Miro. He is fun to watch out there, and he just invites the contact too. So he's the aggressor, but you can see it irritates the team enough where they come back, they're going to get a shot at him, they're going to try and take it. So look, they may make a miss, they may take advantage of it later, but he's going to be an irritator out there.
Shot to the goal off the stick of Greaves, wide of the net. It came from Ethan Frank up high. Top line over the boards after the icing from head coach Todd Nelson. But it's the Monsters breaking to center. Macho saw McElrath catch an head. He puts a sharp angle shot on that Shepard able to steer out with his glove and knock back to center. Zaboral on the slap in. Cut down by Aaron Ness. Uses skate to deflect it away. Ness with the goal off his rear end yesterday. Picked up his first of the playoffs. Second ever Calder Cup playoff goal. Bouncing puck gets away from Snively, looking to dig it loose. He got hit hard into the boards right in front of the Cleveland bench, and it sailed in with some loft behind it beneath the Bears goal line, with both teams completing a line change with 4:10 left in our opening stanza tonight at Giant Center. Still looking for the game's first goal is Alex Limoges. Down the right wing to Dubé, who shoots, deflected wide. Limoges tries to bank it in front and hits the side of the goal. Greaves looking around, and the puck comes free. The left side boards, where Johansson is able to knock it ajar. Limoges to Iorio. The Bears looking dangerous here. Give and go. Iorio gets it back, walks in and shoots it. A blocker save by Greaves again. He's been razor sharp in this first period. Dubé trying to get out of traffic, cuts it and shoots off the arm of Greaves. Looked like it came off the left arm near his helmet. Got a good chunk of that. Johansson, can the Bears connect? Down low, bumper spot. Dubé turned on goal. They popped the dot. Dubé denied with a blocker. Hershey all over him right now. First shot from the line. Iorio blocked. Del Bel Belluz pays the price. And Cleveland survives that threat with 3:15 left of the first. The Bears up to 10 shots, and Greaves has got them all.
Yeah, you know what? I really love, watching Pierre Dubé there. He's able to find that soft spot, I should say, just right in the slot there. And, he's able to really play right off the back hip of that Cleveland player, and he's been able to get that shot off here a couple of times. So look for that to be used here.
Rolling line along with Massey's shot punched out by the blocker of Greaves from the point. The Bears on offense. Ivan Miroshnichenko behind the net to Garrett Rowe. Up the right wing boards. Top side Prisky. D-to-D Massey. Threw it to the net. Right pass saved by Greaves. Rebound there again. Vecchione. Took a stick up high from Sweezy, but out to center it comes. James Malatesta with it for Cleveland. His shot hits the stick, and out of play it goes. And at long last, we get a breather with 2:31 left in the first. Jake Massey hauled down. Hershey can't connect. 5-on-3. 0-0. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Wizards District Gaming is playing live at District E, and you won't want to miss it. Come see the 2K action in person as Wizards District Gaming protects the district against the best teams in the NBA 2K League. The trash talk will be loud, and the 2K will be as intense as ever. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to District E, where you can be a part of the action. Scan the QR code to get your tickets.
Wow, you guys did great with this place.
Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Get your next oil change at Jiffy Lube. No appointment needed. And all these courtesy services will be included. We even vacuum and clean exterior windows. Need an oil change? That's a job for Jiffy. Jiffy Lube introduced the quick oil change. At Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, we also do brakes, tires, tune-ups, batteries, and more. No appointment needed. Vehicle maintenance? That's a job for Jiffy.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Second consecutive year, the Bears playing for a chance to go to the Calder Cup Finals. They did it last year. They won it last year. This game 2 of this series, a best of 7. Hershey, home ice advantage. Winning game 1, 5-4. Looking for the game's first goal is Bogdan Trigan. Konsadowski's ice side, Marcel Sackfish, along with former Bear Garrett Mitchell up top in press row. Seeing a good first period that's flying right along. Shots are 12-8 in favor of Hershey. And Zaboral back of the blue line. Minute muncher for Cleveland. Gets the puck to Justin Pearson. Josh Dunn for the left wing. Puts it wide of the net of Hunter Shepard. Perfect 8 for 8 in this first period. It's Dunn from the goal line along the near wing. Dunn will pick up the puck. The native of St. Louis, Missouri area. Gets it behind the net. Riley Sutter on the breakup. Dad Ron played for the Blues in his NHL career. Grabinski across on the left wing to Ness, but the Bears are offside, and the face-off is going to come down the pond with a minute 48 left and going to be in front of our own Todd Sadowski. Let's send it down to him.
Coming up in our first intermission report, a big goal from Bex to win game 1. We talked to him about how he's able to come up in the clutch time after time. Plus, we'll get you caught up on the latest local news and weather headlines in our Fox 43 game break. For those of you watching on Monumental Sports Network, I'll be joined by Mitch Lamoureux for some first period analysis, and Zach and Garrett will also have your first period highlights. That's all in the first intermission report, sponsored by Pepsi.
Thank you very much, Todd. And good to have Mitch Lamoureux with us as well, as Shepard makes a save on a spin-around chance from Roman Ashad. And the Monsters threatening late in the period in the final 90 seconds. Centering pass off the blocker of Shepard came from a toe. The Bears to center. It's Snively over the logo in offensively. Left wing. Pass deflected away from LaPierre. And up ice comes Cleveland. Ashad targeting in the Bears zone. Now the left wing pulls up and puts it to no one in particular behind the net. The Bears break up but cannot clear on the far wing. Snively behind the net to Iorio. 0-0 here in the closing 1:15 of the first period. Bears struck first yesterday, or excuse me, on Thursday on an Ethan Frank goal. Came every other day in this series. Bears played 7 games of the first 40 days of the playoffs. They'll play 7 games. This series goes the distance in 14 days. A little more normal playoff pace. Dubé on the tip, no icing. Greaves out to play at the Cleveland goaltender to the far corner. Puccio to take it for the Monsters, and cutting to center. LeBeau's on the back check, breaks it up for goals in on Shepard. He'll snap it up with his glove and hold it as two teams get to know each other a little bit better after the whistle.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the first time. I think you'll see that a lot in this series.
One more break, 41 seconds left in the first. Back in a moment. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Elite Coach is the official.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery or enjoy 5 years no-interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $6.99, dining sets $7.99, and queen beds priced at an amazing $7.99. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no-interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says, "These cars are going fast." I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now, get a low $219 per month lease on Sentra, or choose from 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
When we started this company, we had to look deep and find what is most important: our customers, our co-workers, and our community. We built a reputation based on a strong work ethic and friendly, highly trained technicians who take pride in their work, providing a level of service that you just don't see anymore. Since 1979, Crop Metcalf has been home of the 5-star technician. So right now, call or go online and see what real customer service means.
Is the one with 5 stars. The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Less than a minute left here in the first period. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell with you. Thanks for tuning into the Eastern Conference Finals. 0-0 as Hunter Shepard is able to make his 11th save of the first period. The Monsters had just 8 shots on goal through the first 40 minutes of action in Game 1. Shepard much busier here, and probably not a bad thing for the Bears' reliable backstop.
No, it's really not. And, you know, you talk to Johan, it's one of those things where when a goaltender's able to feel the puck, and, you know, I'd say Shep maybe had to make one really nice save there. But other than that, most of them been from distance where he can really track that puck, you know, feel it a little bit, and, you know, have some confidence going into the second period here.
Puck lodged in the equipment of a Cleveland skater, it looks like here. It went out of play or up in the equipment of a Monster. They're talking about it here. And Zaboral or Bjork trying to advocate where the draw should be, but puck came up and it looked like it landed where the glass and the boards meet, and then it disappeared from there with a Monster player standing there. I'm not sure where it went. The officials are going to chat about the face-off location. It's going to be outside the zone.
Yeah, that's the right spot there. You know, it actually hit right after, I should say, the blue line marker there. You know, right beside the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup logo. You know, so that's the right call. It should come outside, and that's exactly what happens.
Alex Limoges will have to come in and take the face-off for Hershey. Talking to Limo, a Winchester, Virginia native, he said he's had a family member at pretty much every game here this season, being from nearby. Grandparents got season tickets, and it's been awesome to be close to home and play for this organization growing up near D.C. Limoges will dig the puck free to Nass out of his own zone. 15 seconds left of the period. Number 15, Huntington, will chip it in behind the Cleveland net. Bears looking for a late one. Limoges to Huntington up the left boards, but wedged away. And Jake Massey will just play it to safety at center. As the final 5 seconds tick off. Malatesta looking for one last shot out of the reach of Fix-Volansky, and that's it. 0-0 after 1 here at Giant Center in Hershey. Shots 12-11 favoring the Bears. The only thing you don't like if you're Hershey, you're not able to connect on the 5-on-3, but we'll talk about it. I thought the deviations that we thought we might see on the power play were working. The 5-on-3 threw it out of balance a little bit, but they go back to that, and they sure look like they're probably going to get one.
Yeah, I really like Ethan Frank rolling down that you know, forehand side with the puck on the outside of the ice there, and then, you know, on the same thing, you've got Hendricks Lapierre coming down his forehand side on the far side from us, the left side coming down. Able to get those shots off. So look for more of that here, you know, in the second period and the third period, and I think, you know, it all should bode pretty well for the Bears.
We'll hear from Hendricks Lapierre downstairs with Todd Sadowski momentarily, but Bears fans head on over to our friends at Penn State Health and support them in any way you can. They keep them healthy in Central PA so you can live the way you want. This is why you continue to innovate, expand, invest in the conditions we treat people you care for right here close to home in State Health. Hendrix Lapierre has been a huge part of Hershey's offense in these playoffs. He's with Todd Sadowski.
All right, Hendrix, we got zeros on both sides. Let's start defensively. Are you happy with the commitment to defense to have them not on the scoreboard after one?
Yeah, I thought we were okay. I think we can be a lot better. A couple times where they beat us at the net or they get a shot through. I had one myself where I could have blocked it, and yeah, I mean, I think we can be a lot better. Obviously, it's 0-0. We'll take it, but we knew it was going to be tougher than the first game, and so far they're playing good. We're playing okay too, so should be a good end of the game.
Yeah, definitely not used to seeing 4 on their side, 0 on your guys' side. You had some extended power play time, including a 5-on-3. How disappointed are you guys that you didn't get one in?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to score every time you get a power play. At least we had good momentum, good shots. Eventually one's going to go in, so you know, when you get those power plays, you want to play in their zone, get some shots, and that's what we did. So, you know, I'm sure next one will go in.
Yeah, just finally a quick pace to that first period. You guys like that faster pace? You feel like it's to your advantage?
Honestly, I don't think it really matters. You know, we're built for whatever scenario happens. So whether it's a fast game or a slow game, I think we can adjust. And yeah, we'll be better, but I thought it was okay.
All right. Always appreciate the time. Thanks, Hendrix. All right, guys, we got a scoreless game after one. We'll see what happens after that. We'll be back here for more on Hershey Bears playoff hockey. Hey, Bears fan, Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski here, and we're thrilled to bring Hershey Bears hockey to your television this season. Make sure you join us at the Giant Center in person, but if you can't, we'll
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can capture all the moments that make summer, summer. Like driving a RAV4 to wade in a waterfall.
Nice.
Cruising to play mini golf in a Camry. Or taking a Tundra to the beach.
You're not going to leave me here, are you?
Right now, buy a spacious Highlander with low 3.99 APR financing from Toyota. Or get low financing on a new adventure-ready RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
I started Mas Panadas about 7 years ago as a small catering company, but quickly we realized there was a real business opportunity in frozen foods, so we pivoted to that, and nowadays we are building an empanada empire. M&T has supported us with everything we need. They actually come to my plants. They understand what we do. They know my team. I am a mom, and this business was created for other moms with busy families. Together with M&T, we can take over the world one empanada at a time.
Welcome back to Giant Center in Chocolatetown for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Hershey Bears hosting the Cleveland Monsters. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski, and stop me if you've heard this one before. The Hershey Bears win a playoff game in overtime. Game 1 needs an extra session, with Hershey once again providing the winning moment.
It's Limoges over the blue line with Huntington. To Vecchione, back to Limoges. Vecchione scores! After all, it's the Bears who prevail.
Just staying ready. You know, things aren't going to be easy. It's playoffs, a couple bad bounces, and, you know, next thing you know, it's tied up. And, you know, we were in that position, you know, last year when Coachella did the same thing, and, you know, we ended up scoring. So it's just a lot of resiliency in the locker room, a lot of positive attitude, and just a lot of belief.
He relishes the pressure. You know, I thought he played well tonight. He's been working hard. You know, he's just one of those guys, like certain players rise to the occasion in overtime, and, you know, he's one of them.
In front, they score! They score! Mike Vecchione!
Add this OT game winner to arguably the most famous goal in American Hockey League history, Vecchione's Calder Cup winner in Game 7 last year at Coachella Valley. 5 straight overtime playoff wins for the Bears, and a feeling they'll get it done when it matters most.
I just really like the attitude in the locker room, the belief, positivity, all that stuff really goes a long way.
We'll step aside for a moment and return with more from our first intermission report. You're watching Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Life. It's full of moments. Moments that make life special. Now, life can also bring us difficult and disruptive moments like a cancer diagnosis. Which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. They bring together top minds from different fields to find new and better treatments so patients can thrive. Please join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families get back to where they belong, making new memories for years to come.
We had the best vacation.
Yeah, and it was easy with the points we earned with the flagship card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
They had the best vacation. Look at all those fish. I love our points.
Yeah, me too.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. With Thompson Creek Windows, you'll see your utility bills go down as the summer heats up, and you can get windows now and pay later.
We do it all, design, build, and install.
So you won't pay the middleman markup.
You get high-quality windows at an affordable price.
Buy one window, get one 40% off.
Call now to save 40%.
Call 855-57 Creek now for this amazing offer.
Home sweet Thompson Creek. We are my club, the way to go.
What's the score of the game?
The new Hyundai Elantra with America's best warranty. There's joy in every journey. Get up to $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Elantra or lease for only $199 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Can you see anything different as a pill?
No.
You don't know?
Fentanyl is being mixed into everything now. There's only one thing that will save somebody's life. That is naloxone nasal spray.
Fentanyl, it's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
Why would drug dealers put a lethal dose of fentanyl in drugs if they know it's so harmful?
Really just all about the money.
I just didn't realize that one pill could change your whole life.
More kids should know.
Very tight checking game, so there wasn't a lot of flow for the first 15 minutes. But I thought, Todd, the Bears really picked it up and created some chances in the last 5 minutes and started attacking the net with some quality chances.
Well, I talked with Hendricks LaPierre there about just how disappointed they are you don't cash in on a 5-on-3. Now, it wasn't a full 5-on-3, but they had plenty of time, legitimate amount of time on the power play to score there. You'd like to see them moving that just a little bit quicker, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I thought they were a little too deliberate. They only had 38 seconds in the 5-on-3, and they were a little too deliberate. Couldn't get that triangle to move a little bit, and even on the power play, the 5-on-4, if they move it just a hair quicker, because what happens is Cleveland plays a very tight box, so they don't come and pressure you that much. They'll let you move it around the perimeter as long as you want, and they're just going to stay back and sit pat. So it's a really tough thing to penetrate and get them to bite on something to get them out of position to create. Because on the power play, what you're trying to do is create a 2-on-1 somewhere on the ice for a scoring chance.
All right, well, there's Mitch Lamoureux. We'll talk a little bit more during the second intermission. Right now, we got a scoreless tie. We'll be right back. Zach and Garrett will have your highlights right after this. You're watching Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the sport tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says, "These cars are going fast." I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now, get a low $219 per month lease on Sentra, or choose from 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
I've been a Crop Metcalf customer for many years now, and you can trust me when I say you want Crop Metcalf working on your home. For heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance, their team of 5-star technicians are professional, experienced, and for me, most of all, they're friendly. They're good people. They still believe in great customer service, and that's refreshing.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Can I really do this? It's what everyone asks at every new stage of life. We say yes. Sandy Spring Bank isn't just in the community, we helped build it. So we've got you covered if you want to buy a house or improve the one you've got. Let's grow your business, because that helps the entire area grow. And we'll show you how to save more and, yes, retire one day. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
Capital One Arena is the capital of entertainment for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming this month. TXT, Aventura, Frankie Beverly and Maze, Fade, Janae Aiko. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information.
You know, one of those things right now, you know, for the Bears is that they've been able to produce some grade A quality opportunities there. You know, on the flip side, Cleveland really didn't have a whole lot, you know, of grade A opportunities. So, you know, I look to the second and third period to be a whole lot better for them.
Resetting here, we didn't have you there for a moment on the audio. We might want to turn that on. Our bad here, but Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell with you. It's our intermission report. 1 period in the books as we take a look at the highlights. Physical start for the Bears. The fourth line. And Jake Massey coming into the lineup, getting a good chance, draws a penalty here and crashes into Jack Greaves. And I like what the Bears power play did prior to it being 5-on-3. Some looks a little bit different as Greaves facing a lot of shots from Ethan Frank from the right wing. A little bit different look for the Bears in the man advantage.
Yeah, it was. And you touched on the broadcast there. You know, very similar to the Riley Barber rolling down the hill there on his forehand. And, you know, he was able to create some great opportunities. There's a lot of second chance pucks laying there, so look for the Bears to jump on those as well.
Physical first period of play. Neither teams connect, but Ivan Miro-Stachenko, Dylan McElrath, pick your poison with who's throwing the checks, and that'll wear on you in a long series. We look at the stats from the first period of play, but I like that side of the Bears game there, making Cleveland pay when they go back for pucks.
Yeah, especially in a 7-game series. You know, as you go through a 7-game series, you know, it's not won in one game. So, you know, look to them to continue with that physical play and just build off of that moving forward here.
Looking forward to period number 2 here at Giants Center. No score. Game 2. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery or enjoy 5 years no-interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $6.99, dining sets $7.99, and queen beds priced at an amazing $7.99. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no-interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight.
Gotcha!
Buy a sporty Camry right now with low 4.75 APR from Toyota. Or get a low APR on a stylish new 24 Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to keep you moving. With a full range of services from oil changes and tire rotations to filters, wipers, and more, we've got what your car needs right when you need it, so you're ready for whatever's next. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy. At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
Your Washington Wizards have the #2 pick in the NBA draft, and it's time to party. Join us June 26th at Capital One Arena for our 2024 draft party presented by Robinhood to find out who will be the next great #2 pick in Wizards history. The party starts at 6:30 p.m., and the first 1,500 fans will receive a free draft party t-shirt and pennant flag courtesy of Robinhood. Don't miss autographs, a summer sale, a kids zone, and more. Claim your free ticket at WashingtonWizards.com/draft party.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank.
The Eastern Conference Finals, not the only big event in town, so the best golfers in the world are playing at the U.S. Women's Open at Lancaster Country Club this week. Thousands of people from across central PA have checked out the action. Well, they've now relocated to Chocolatetown, USA. Sold out crowd here at Giant Center. Second period. We're underway for just a moment. Hey, a good save on the bench by Bears backup goaltender Clay Stevenson.
Yeah, right in front of Josh and Dylan there, right on the bench. He's on his toes. He's on his game. You'll love to see it.
Mike Vecchione gives him a hug. Clay Stevenson, affectionately known as Mud by his teammates, hasn't seen action here in the postseason, but second best goals against average in the league, and you see why. Reached his glove over, and Mike Vecchione might have taken that one to the chicklets. Gives him a hug on the bench, and heads up to Josh and Dylan down there, the Bears equipment managers. Justin Coleman also helping those guys out. Kyle Harris, too, doing a great job, making sure the guys are in tip-top shape. 6 seconds into the period, we have a face-off just outside the offensive zone blue line for Hershey. Bears coming in this game, a perfect 5-0 at Giant Center here in the playoffs. They'll have home ice all the way through. Offside called on the Bears, delayed call as Cleveland will get a free pass out of their own zone, left to right, long stretch pass intended for Pearson. And down the ice it goes. Hershey will take control instead with blue liner Lucas Johansson. Parts of 7 years for Hershey, former Bears Rookie of the Year. Back in the 17-18 campaign, his first season. Monsters bringing in offensively. It's done there, upended behind the net, taking Johansson with him. Cleveland with the puck, looking to draw first blood. A shot from Alex Wayland goes wide of the goal. Bjork sails a shot from the right boards that also misses. Hunter Shepard, Hershey's netminder. He's played them all. Last year's Calder Cup MVP. Sees it behind the net. Cleveland on the attack in the early moments. A wraparound. Shepard the save. Wayland gets over. Shepard is able to sprawl after it, but it goes to the corner as he's lost his stick. Shepard's stick is in the corner in the no-touch area behind the net, too far away from her for him to get till Hershey breaks up ice. They will do that. Iorio to Rubinski. Shepard recovers the stick. Rubinski walking in wide on Zaboral.
Leaves it for Snively. Great play by Henrik Rubinski. Fresh legs and Joe Snively on the ice. He circles the wagons and leads for McElrath. The defenseman behind the goal. Talk about playing as a 5-man unit. Everyone involved here. Nesta McElrath from the left wing. Slaps it across right side. Snively looking in front. Wide of the goal it goes. Just about out of the reach of LaPierre. McElrath trying to get it down low. Gloved and dropped by Mateau, but pickpocketed by Frank. Bears threatening in the early moments here in the second period. Saucer pass to Ness from the left point. Looking for a tip. Puts it off the base of the boards behind the net. Snively has it behind the goal. Trying to center. Zaboral on the breakup, but failed to get it out. Little friendly fire. Hershey gets it back. Can the Bears connect them? Snively tries to spin it in deep. It's dead in there. The Monsters, a diving play by the captain Gons in his playoff debut to get it to center.
Yeah, just some great sustained ozone pressure there. Able to make a change on that, like he talked about on that Rubinski entry. He takes his ice, allows the Bears to all change and get a fresh group of players on the ice.
Another icing called on Cleveland with 17:45 to go in the second period. For those listening on the Bears Radio Network, and thanks for tuning in for this simulcast tonight. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hershey Bears Hockey. Thank you to Eli and Tracy, the Bears Radio Network studios, along with producer Ed Albert and our great Same Productions crew. Dumping wide of Hunter Shepard off the back of the goal. That took a fortuitous hop and wound up rolling out front on the fresh ice. Luckily, no one there in a white sweater. Limoges on the re-entry for Hershey. Feeds it to the left boards. Defenseman Jake Massey is there. His shot steered out by the stick of Greaves, who saw it all the way. Beneath the goal line, Huntington trying to unwedge it from the netting. It lands on the back of the goal for a whistle and a face-off. Bears looking to get a few more of those grade A opportunities. On Cleveland goaltender Jack Greaves, not a routine save that he saw all the way.
Yeah, the longer I watch this line, obviously they're huge throughout the regular season, but you watch a guy like Alex Limoges, and if you don't fully understand, or maybe at a high level understand the game, you might kind of overlook a lot of different things that Alex Limoges does, but positioning-wise, little plays, soft little plays, he's so good at it, and it's been a blast to watch him kind of play there throughout this year.
Brisky off the draw win will walk it in for Hershey. Goes back to the left point for Massey. Leaves it to his fellow defensive partner. Case Brisky having a fantastic playoffs for Hershey. Had a goal in game 1. Points in 5 straight. He keeps it in the blue line. Out of the reach, though, of Pierrick Dubé. And picked back up with the Monsters. And Del Bell Balloons to center ice. Sillinger on the left wing. Product of Bemidji State up in northern Minnesota. Played collegiate hockey there. Knocked away behind the net by the defenseman Zaboral, activating to join the play. Huntington guides it loose momentarily. York from the right point sails it for a retrieval behind the net. 16:35, beg your pardon, to go second period. Shots 13-12 in favor of the Bears. Ripped around behind the goal. Del Bell Ballouz with it. Away from him, Limoges falls down at center and then knocked to the ice. Swats it down. This will go for icing. Out of all that, Hershey cannot make a line change with 16:20 to go in the second period.
Yeah, you're talking a little bit about Sillinger there. He grew up in Regina, Saskatchewan, which is my hometown, and I've had the fortune of kind of watching him grow up, do a lot with his dad, former NHLer Mike Sillinger. So we did a lot of charity work back in Regina, and comes from a great family, obviously a great hockey family, with his brother playing big minutes for Columbus there.
Brother Cole had 32 points in Columbus this year. His youngest brother Lucas, 48 points this year. His final year of collegiate hockey at Arizona State. So what a hockey family that is. And Mike was a longtime NHLer who played in Columbus too. Back behind the goal, Pearson crunched to the boards by Chase Prisky. Justin Pearson, 6 points in the playoffs for Cleveland. Up the boards it goes to Bjork at the right point. Little flipper to the net, never made it to Shepard, but comes back and deflected up and out of play. Pearson let that one go, and that shot goes up and out of play into the safety net off the stick of the high draft pick.
Yeah, not to dwell too much on Sillinger there, but I think he might have the record for most times traded in the NHL. I think it's like 7 or 8 times throughout his career, and it wasn't because being a bad teammate. He was just such a great face-off guy, that he was put in a position to make long runs with different NHL teams.
Pearson put that one up and out of play, and Sillinger, the brother of the high draft pick, and Owen on the other side has been a real nice player. Undrafted, is tripped up. It's Garrett Rowe, and Hershey will go to the power play. Tripping is the call with 15:44 to go in the second period. So I'd like to see what the Bears are going to roll out here. We talked about it a couple times already. I really thought what they did on that first power play before it went 5-on-3 was working. If they're going to give Ethan Frank the right side to roll downhill and shoot, I think we're going to take that any day of the week if you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, 100%. You know, with the way that he's able to find open ice and with his speed, you know, and a shot that, you know, I don't want to say it's underrated at all because we've been able to see it plenty times here, you know, at Giant Center and on the road. But, you know, he's a guy that can absolutely rip the puck.
Snively off the draw, Frank with some room. He fires, he broke his stick. He'll head to the bench. They got him a new one ready to go with the Monsters. Frank to center. Good work by Justin Coleman, the longtime Bears equipment manager who helps out the guys on game day. He had that ready to roll. LaPierre over the blue line. They lead to Limoges in the slot. He shoots, deflected wide of the net and chopped to the corner where Frank has it behind the net. Power play Hershey. 1:35 on it. 0-0 here in the second. Snively to LaPierre. Back to Snively and poked away. Good stick by a shot and knocked it back to center. And it's getting a bit antsy as the Bears set it up over the blue line. Snively's pass again. Sillinger gets in the way and breaks it up. Snively to pick up the puck. LaPierre with it on the right wing. Dumps it on back to Frank. Pressured by Dunn. LaPierre. Top side Snively. Left side Vecchione. And his feet jammed him up. Hit to the net. Not real a high percentage chance from Limoges. Grease slides over and is able to hang on. Had that been in Vecchione's wheelhouse, this might have been a 1-0 game.
Yeah, just a little bit in front of his front foot there. You know, that's not typically a spot we've seen Vex on the power play there, but he finds some soft ice and jumps into a spot. And you know, that little touch play by Limoges, you know, it doesn't seem like much, but you know, that's the hockey IQ that I was kind of talking about. You can kind of overlook that a lot of times, but that's a, you know, a pretty sneaky little play there for him to kind of direct that onto the net.
Didn't get much on it, but enough to make Grease slide over and smother Huntington on the face-off win. Vecchione wins the battle. The Bears have control. Second power play unit scored in game one. Chase Prisky. He's got on the right wing. Leads to Rowe. Left circle. He shoots. A glove saved by Reeves. Off the glove, though, of Jet Greaves and out to the corner. Rowe's got it again. Prisky with it. Right wing. Mirosnichenko winds and fires and up and out of play it goes. Just took a little too long to formulate. Well, Greaves got a big chunk of that with the mid. Not enough initially to corral it. And it rolled wide of the net as you get a second look on a Reese's replay.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's trying to wave at it there. You know, a little bit on the last couple of games there. His first motion's up, and you know, look to the Bears to kind of try to exploit that glove hand of Greaves.
And so Vecchione in front of the net looking to take the eyes away of the goaltender. That's something the Bears wanted to do a little better job of. Talking to assistant coach Nick Bootland, they stepped to the side a little bit too much to take the eyes away of the netminder. Puck picked up by Hershey, looking to break out to center ice. It's Prisky with it. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Juracek for tripping. A turnover, and Vecchione has to come back to throw a check, and the Bears will look to retool it out of their own zone. Power play for Hershey. 0-for in this game. 2 power play goals in game one. Huntington had it hopped his stick. Sillinger is there to break it up and clear it. That's just about going to do it for the power play for the Bears. Still 10 seconds left, but Shepard behind his own net. Hershey will put out the fourth line on the ice as they are unable to connect here at Giant Center. And the first opportunity of the period. Grabinski, though, over the blue line, leads for Sutter. Comes loose. Vecchione did not make it through. He had some room in the slot with the Monsters. Right place, right time. Juracek misses a hit. Johansson on the keep it. Left wing. Off the arm of Greaves. Up and over the goal it goes. And back to center. There has been some opportunities for the Bears. 16 shots in this game. And now 0-for-4 on the power play. This line seems like to be the one that's going to get a greasy goal. They've been all over it. Rabinski's pass to the blue line. Picked off and knocked away. Gons at center. Triniev on the take-back. McElrath's pass knocked the stick out of the hand of the monster. A shot. He'll head off for a change. The Bears slowed up in their own zone. Fast-paced second period, too. We played already 7 minutes. Still 0-0. Stalemate at Giant Center. Malachesca with it. Up the boards. Right wing. Rabinski on the keep in. Behind the net it goes. To left wing for Hendricks LaPierre. Gets the puck back to the blue line. Rabinski late in his shift to LaPierre. Doubles on back and leaves it. Aaron Ness is there. To LaPierre around the perimeter. Rubinski sweeps it out front, deflected wide. Svozil got a stick on it before it could get to Snively. Snively knocked down far boards with McCown. So Snively looking to dig it free for Hershey. Malatesta to center, foot race, fits Wolanski. After it for Cleveland will negate icing. And he belts Ness from behind in the boards. Neither official calls it. McElrath didn't like that. Throws a hit on Malatesta. Snively to center. He's got it from front. Over the red line. And play on. Physicality picking up. Snively swats out and hit by Malatesta up the boards. McCown and Frank locked up and picked back off. And Aaron Ness is the best of absorbing hits, but thinks Wolanski negated icing, then he got all of Ness there. A questionable hit.
Yeah, it was. That's one you hate to see, especially in the numbers. Nestor goes back for that puck, and Malatesta's looking at numbers the whole time. You hate to see a guy finish that check. 11:42 to go in the second. The power play goes to no avail for Hershey. Fans are fired up, though. 0-0. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow, you guys did great with this place.
Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need. A really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
And parents of sick children have tons of decisions to make. Like movie night, game night, or should we finish that book tonight? We don't perform surgeries, just talent shows. We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. Well, we have a few beeping machines. We think the tooth fairy should travel everywhere. And while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. We don't provide treatment, but we do provide dogs. And we throw some really good parties. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is sponsored by Orrstown Bank. Dream big, bank smart. Face off to the right of Hunter Shepard. 11:42 to go in the second. Nothing doing on the scoreboard yet. Here this second period of play. Hershey Bears 11 shots for Cleveland in the first, 12 for the chocolate and white. Shots now 16-13 favoring the Bears, but 0 for 4 on the power play in this game. Cleveland 0 for 1, and it was at abbreviated man advantage and ended quickly as they took a penalty of their own. Puccio with it for the Monsters, a shot that gets deflected wide of the goal. Limoges looking to clear it to center, and that deflected up and out of play. We set an ice level. First check-in time. We're flying on by. We wanted to get to you earlier, but 11:21 left in the second. How are you down there?
No worries. I'm enjoying the game down here. We got a defensive effort, but if you need some offense from your defense, these two teams have you covered. With Chase Prisky and also David Yerchek, they are the top two goal-scoring defensemen in the AHL playoffs so far. Both got a goal in Game 1 with Prisky and Yerchek scoring. Both have 8 points in the postseason, 2 goals, 6 assists in 8 games played. Regular season, Prisky led the way for the Bears with 34 points in 69 games. Yerchek, the Monsters' overall playoff points leader, 19 points in 29 games in the regular season.
Both coming up big time for their clubs. As Juracek likely destined for Columbus full-time next year. Just hired a new GM and president. Don Waddell comes over from Carolina. Very accomplished career. Collision with Greaves. And Greaves run into him. The net gets knocked off. Incidental contact there. Play is blown dead as the Bears touch it up. And luckily Greaves is all right. His skate came up near his chest protector. Miro Snachenko getting into it back in center.
Yeah, Miro was just bumped into Greaves there, and like you said, thankfully that skate did come up, and it's obviously in the last year here, it's been a pretty pretty sensitive subject and on player safety wise. So, thankfully, Greaves is okay and no harm, no foul there.
A lot of those Bears have started wearing neck guards that have cut-proof material in them. Many have adopted them. It took a while to get there after the tragic loss of former AHLer Adam Johnson overseas this year, who played with some members of the Hershey Bears, including Joe Snively and Hunter Shepard, in a game in England earlier this season. So Vozil off the face-off, launches a shot. Wide, Miros Nichenko on Juracek, throws the hit. And what's the penalty call for here? Interference on Ivan Miros Nichenko. I've got to get a look at a replay. That looked like good hard playoff hockey, no?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Fish, that's a boggling one to me. The puck comes up the boards. Miro, Juracek's trying to come through Miro, and that's not a good call. I hate to say that on on TV, but that's one of those ones. Miro's trying to go right through Juracek, who's come down the wall, and Miro's got every right to that ice as Juracek does coming down. So that's a pretty tough call to be making, especially at this point in the game.
The puck's right there, and Juracek is initiating that contact, and Miros Nichenko just finishes him. Well, first power play for Cleveland of the game, with the exception of one that lasted about 20 seconds, took a penalty of their own. Draw the right of Hunter Shepard. Well, the Monsters have been opportunistic in this series. Small sample size, but they go to work. 2 for 7 on the power play for the Bears in game 1. 2 for 5 for Cleveland. Left wing, Fix-Wolanski's trigger pull, got blocked and knocked away. Riley Sutter with it, spins it around the boards, but Fix-Wolanski missed it on the backhand, and Garrett Rowe to take it. Short-handed, he'll just chip it in. Greaves will play the bouncing puck and swat it away from the attacking row, who wants a line change. Trinyev comes out for him. Fix-Wolanski couldn't handle it cleanly, knocks it behind the goal. Iorio's there, 0-0. With 10:15 to go in the second period. Miros Nichenko in the box for interference on a questionable one here. Fans letting the officials know their thoughts. Bjork with it. Left wing. McElrath is there to break up, and that thing pinballs out to center. It's Bjork in his own zone with it. Sends it far wing. Board to Mateau. Bumps it on back. Bjork over the checkered red. Toe drags towards the blue line. Diving play by Trinyev to neutralize the puck goes. Hunter McCown will spin on back ahead to center. McCown will bring it in the slot. His shot got blocked away, and Trinyev have been tied up near the bench area. Throws a checkle on the boards. Juracek with it to the left point. Mateau there. The veteran knocks it back. He's got a power play goal in these playoffs. Bouncing puck to the goal. Wide to Shepard. Comes free. Scrambling. He's down. It's back up. Thrown in front. A diving play by McElrath that hits the stick of someone and goes to the corner. Turning on the man advantage. Cleveland threatening for the game's first goal. But it passed the Terrence to McCown off the boards. Bodied up by Iorio. Comes to Rubinski. He'll shuffle it all the way down the ice. Great work on the penalty kill for Hershey, but back come the Monsters with Sillinger left wing. To the right side, McCown in the dot. Lost control of it, Rowe to clear it. The center it goes, centers after it. Mateau will cut in front of him, but the fan's going to make some noise. 5 left on the power play. Well done on the kill by Hershey. Got a little hairy there for a moment, but they keep this game 0-0. Johansson looking for Miros Nichenko. He does deflect it, so no icing. Out of the box, we're back to full strength. And Miro goes right back to work, endearing himself to the Bears fans with a good hit on Sweezy.
Yeah, and I love to see that. He come right out of the box on a very questionable call there. Go right back to it for Miro. There's no doubt that that call didn't belong there.
8:25 left, second period, over halfway through, 0-0. And it's Frank with it at center. Cutting it left wing, grabbed and pulled down was Aaron Ness. How do the two guys in stripes miss that? The player grabbed him back of his sweater and threw him to the ice. My goodness. Well, cleared back out to center. Tough couple minutes for Stephen Hiff and Morgan McPhee. If you're a Bears fan, they're letting them know their thoughts, but we play on as it's Hendricks Lapierre to center ice. Over the blue line, shot in behind the net of Juracek. The goal line behind the net of Greaves, rather, as Juracek goes back for it. Bears have it on the right boards. Ethan Frank dumps it in deep. Don't worry about that. Adversity builds character. The Bears invite adversity. A couple calls don't go your way, but they have had 4 chances on the power play themselves. Not going to cry over spoiled milk. Go back to work in your own zone. Trying to break this 0-0 deadlock. Dubé on the tip-in. Green's out to play it behind the net. Okay, Green's up the left boards. Limoges got a piece of it, knocked down. Kept in McElrath, threw it to the goal, and Green, surprised by that one, was well out of his head, got a blocker on it. Puck to center to Dunn. Runs into a broken stick sitting at center. That helped out. And it's back behind the Bears net where Vincent Iorio has it. Huntington looking to break up the middle. Two men collapse on top of him, but he does get it forward. And Dubé swats it in. Frantic pace to this one at times. And better move that puck quick. Hit or be hit right now. Whalen at center. Fumbled the biscuit. Comes back to center once again and then rolls into Hershey zone where Ness in the left face-off dot. They'll play a game of pass with Lucas Johansson. Hershey's roll swinging on back, looking to draw someone to him. It's Ness up the left boards. Tamiro Stachenko tries to swat it in. Cannot do so. And icing's called. 6:32 left in the second. And Todd Sadowski ice level. This thing is right now picking up physicality and plenty of speed.
You know, Garrett mentioned Alex Limoges. This is one of those games where your grittiest players make a difference. Could be defensively, offensively. So I look at a Garrett Rowe, a Jimmy Huntington, those unsung hero type of guys. What are they going to do to help the team? Garrett Rowe drew a penalty earlier, and Huntington's just, he's all everything when it comes to unsung hero stuff.
Jimmy Huntington, key part of this Bears, and a penalty is going to be called. Miro Stachenko got popped in the mouth on a reverse hit on that one. 6:22 to go in the second. Zuboral to sit. A few questionable missed calls. The Bears will now try to take advantage on the power play. Tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
At crucial stages, business owners ask themselves, how am I going to do this? It's not about doubt. It's about opportunity when you have the right partner. At Sandy Spring Bank, we celebrate entrepreneurs, big and small, and we'll work alongside you. It's the best part of being a community bank. With our Flex Business Checking, loans, and lines of credit, we're the here's how for thousands of area businesses. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
When we started this company, we had to look deep and find what is most important: our customers, our co-workers, and our community. We built a reputation based on a strong work ethic and friendly, highly trained technicians who take pride in their work, providing a level of service that you just don't see anymore. Since 1979, Crop Metcalf has been home of the 5-star technician. So right now, call or go online and see what real customer service means.
Is the one with 5 stars.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Penalty call on Cleveland. Jacob Zuboral high sticking on Ivan Miro Stachenko. Sends the Bears to their 5th power play. 0-0. Hendricks Lapierre off the face-off. It comes free to Frank. On the right side, look for a tip to the net. Goes up and out of play. So what can we expect here from the Bears on the power play? What has worked well for Hershey and what needs to be amped up, Garrett, from what you've seen on their first 4 tries on the man advantage?
Yeah, I think you look at that, you know, the first couple there in the first period, you know, there's some great momentum off of that, you know, with Ethan Frank rolling down on his forehand side. So I just like to see them get the puck off just a half a second quicker there. You know, really not try to wind up for that big slap shot. Really just get that puck on and off your stick and you know, just allow that second opportunity in front of the net with the bouncing puck.
Limoges against Sillinger on the face-off after Lapierre was thrown out of the draw. Konasco off the face-off win will clear it. A bouncing puck gloved by Hunter Shepard. The Bears will set it up in their own zone. 6:08 left, second period. Defensive-minded hockey. These two teams, the lowest goals against in the playoffs coming into Game 1, where we saw 9 goals scored. This one a little different. Lapierre up in the air it goes, stabbed away to the point, but kept in by Pierrick Dubé. 1 goal in these playoffs, 28 in the regular season. Snively looking for his first of the postseason from the center point. Right side to Frank, trying to throw it across to Lapierre, but he gets it back from Snively. Traffic in the net front, two guys there. Snively to LaPierre. Last circle, pulls the trigger and breathes the save. And it's right off that Monsters logo. As LaPierre showing just a smidge of frustration there, so he finally elected to shoot it.
Yeah, and you know, it's got to be one of those on and off the six. You know, if it gets up to that point, I'd like to see those guys get a little bit higher in the zone. You know, and when Tampa Bay, you watch Kucherov, you know, when Stamkos isn't on the ice, Kucherov plays that other side, and he's able to take that high ice, really get going. He hits that slot with speed. You know, it makes it extremely difficult for the defending forwards there.
Everyone backed off. Rowan Vecchione with Huntington, Miroshnichenko, and Prisky. And talk about getting out quick. You're not necessarily looking for that big wind-up and one-timer from Miroshnichenko. But he can do that if he's got the room. He'll feed it center point, Chase Prisky. Rose got it, last circle. He fires the goal and scores! A power play goal! Rowe let it go with Vecchione in front. And finally, the 0-0 draw is broken. Garrett Rowe makes it 1-0 Hershey.
And that's exactly that, Fish. Obviously, we're not talking up here down to the bench, but, you know, Rosie's able to get some time and space. He gets up high in the zone, and he hits that spot with speed. And, you know, it gives him an opportunity to shoot that puck before that forward is able to come over and get a stick on it. So, great shot there by Garrett Rowe and gets some Bears on the board for the first one.
Todd Sadowski is right behind Jet Greaves, who appeared to not see that one at all, Todd.
I saw that one go in, though. Vecchione saw it great, too. You guys were talking about the commitment. They won it on the power play to stay in front and take away the eyes of the goalie. Vecchione did not blink, did not move, allowed Garrett Rowe to do his thing.
Fourth goal of the playoffs for Garrett Rowe, who was a monster in the series versus Hartford, now against the Monsters. He breaks the 0-0 tie. Oh, massive collision behind the net. And down went referee Stephen Hiff. And luckily, he is all right. Nasty fall there. Vecchione swats it in. Fans behind their Bears. Mike Vecchione, the Game 1 hero, to Miroshnichenko. Juracek up the boards. Kept in by Rowe for a moment. And knocked back to center. Not making it easy on Juracek. He's a great player. Really pressuring him as Malatesta's shot. Grabbed by Shepard and no rebound as the Bears goaltender has his 14th save. We will step aside at Giant Center. Finally have a score. It's 1-0 Hershey. Fans of all ages loving what they're seeing for the Bears. Garrett Rowe, you're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Final.
King Spa is not just an ordinary spa. We were the first Korean spa to exist in the United States. We are trying to combine modern features with authentic Korean cultures. We are very proud of what we have built here so far. We are very grateful for the presence of M&T. I just thought that traditionally banking service is just a banking service, but it's more like friendship, to be honest.
I definitely see M&T growing with us. I just think they're the best partner we could have.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery or enjoy 5 years no interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $699, dining sets $799, and queen beds priced at an amazing $799. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Heroes emerge in the Calder Cup playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, whatever level of hockey. You can put yourself in the folklore and history of a team. And right now, Garrett Rowe is becoming one of those guys for Hershey. 4 goals for the Chocolate and White here in the postseason. After he picked up 7 in the regular season, he's been fantastic since going the lineup in the Lehigh Valley series. He makes it 1-0 with a power play. Hershey's 1 for 5 and looking to add to their lead here. We play even strength. Pacho with it along the left wing. We'll see it skated back to center. Dons with it, will push it in. Johansson gets in the way, and now he's got the puck. Looking to maneuver to Triniev at center. Cleared all the way down the ice, and this will go for icing. And Prisky and Miroshnichenko with the assists, and both those guys have been noticeable. That's points now in 6 consecutive games for Chase Prisky, by the way. Just continues to be a massive producer in these Calder Cup playoffs.
Yeah, and Todd touched a little bit, obviously, with just adding defenseman scoring into the mix there. You add Chase Prisky on 7 straight there now. He's on a little bit of a heater, which is great to see. Especially anytime you can get additions from your back end.
Monsters with a puck with Josh Dunn in front of Shepard. Rolling puck to Whalen. His shot got blocked. He was there and ready from the bottom hash mark, but Hershey gets in the way, and Sutter blocked up with Pearson. Justin Pearson takes it. Undrafted skater gets it behind the net. Triniev is there, bodying up Juracek, centering pass. Iorio on the breakup. Triniev at center. 3 wide over the red line. Bears have it on the right wing with Henrik Rubinski dumping it behind the net. 3:45 left, second period. Shots are 20-14, favoring the Bears. 8-3 in this second, with Hershey on top of that too. Juracek able to sidestep the pressure, but they popped up the puck. Bears have an out-man rush. 3-on-1 from center. LaPierre over the blue line, left wing, looks in front. Thrown wide of the goal by Frank. Oh, Ethan Frank from the right wing on the pass from LaPierre, could not find it, and he misses that too-hard pass from LaPierre the second time. He was open in front again.
Yeah, just a little bit up on edge, I think, there for Ethan Frank on that pass from LaPierre. It's too bad it didn't sit flat for him. That thing's in the back of the net.
Well, those are the guys you want there. LaPierre, an elite passer and an elite finisher in Ethan Frank, but to no avail. It remains 1-0. LaPierre was hit by Sweezy back at center. Returns to his skates as it's at center. Massey to Snively, walking into the slot. Out of the reach of LaPierre from the left wing. Shovels it behind the goal. The Bears are changing and falling back into defensive posture is McElrath with Sillinger down the right flank. Throwing it to the net front. Good break up by Aaron Ness. Huntington looking to get it over the blue line. Del Belbaluz knocked it away, but lost his stick in the process. So Hershey's Ness in his own zone. On the right wing, Dubé with it, looking to escape the pressure. Carrasco in his Calder Cup playoff debut throws the handle on the far side boards, and he's able to maneuver it to center, where McElrath steps up and chips it back in. No icing as Hershey's Huntington to press. Rematch in the Western Conference Finals between Coachella and Milwaukee. 2-0 Coachella leads that series. Bears trying to take that lead too. Good back check. Lemos breaks up the pass intended to Malatesta from Sillinger. And now the Bears parlay it into offense. Huntington, who played in that Western Conference Final last year for Milwaukee, gets it behind the net, looking to knock it free. Takes down a monster, Zaboro. Cleveland's bench grumbles. Maybe got away with a little one there. At center ice, swatted out by Vecchione. But Hunter McCown will take it and chip it in behind the Bears' net. Puck off the body of Miroshnichenko to center to Bjork. And Vecchione takes it away to Miroshnichenko, maybe a 2-on-1. Vecchione right wing, called his own number, but deflected up and out of play. 1:26 left in the second. We send it ice level to Todd Sadowski.
Coming up in our second intermission report, even after an anxious overtime, a little fun for Vecchione and Aaron Ness about the goal. They're partially in front because of Ness's behind. Plus, we'll get you caught up on the latest local news and weather headlines in our Fox 43 game break. Those of you watching on Monumental Sports Network, I'll be joined by Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux for some second period analysis. Of course, Zach and Garrett will have the second period highlights. A lot of good defense and a goal by Rosen.
Aaron Rowe gets the goal for Hershey. Played junior hockey for the Indiana Ice, went to St. Cloud State, 2 years in Adirondack. Miroshnichenko off the draw, slap shot got blocked. Shepard coming way out, diving, makes the play, but an empty net put wide by Whalen. Shepard trying to get back, the monster score. Josh Dunn on what turned into a gamble that did not pay off. 1:11 left in the second. Ivan Miroshnichenko blasted it into shin guards. Shepard came out, won the initial race. But the second wave of Whalen kept it going. Shepard could never get back. And Cleveland with a gift to equalize.
Yeah, it's just, it's a tough play. Obviously, Shep sitting there, you take the breakaway, clear-cut breakaway. He thought twice about it, and it's too bad it goes off of Whalen. It stays in the zone there, and, keeps the play alive, and it ends up in the back of the net.
And he got it past Whalen. all is okay. They took the gamble. He chopped it, but Whalen knocked it down. He couldn't hit the net. Pearson wrapped in front, off the foot of Dunn, and in the goal. And that was, unfortunately, one for the Bears that just goes oh so wrong in so many ways. Trying to get it right back, though. Chase Prisky. New game 1-1. Life for Cleveland. The Bears have done a lot well and really limited Cleveland's chances. Unfortunately, I see that puck get through with the blue line, number 1. And number 2, that high price play, if it works out, it's all good. If it doesn't, you're second guessing it. 43.8 left in the second. Icing called on Hershey, done from Pearson and Whalen to equalize.
Yeah, and like I said, it's one of those tough plays, and you know, it's the right play if it works out, and unfortunately it went off of Whalen, stayed in the zone. Whalen's able to, you know, just get enough of it, get it back behind the net, and, you know, Pearson's able to put it in, you know, an empty cage.
They don't have to be pretty. They count all the same this time of year. Josh Dunn will take it for Cleveland as he collects the goal to make this game 1-1. His 4th of the playoffs at 18:49. Riley Sutter with the right wing to Trineyev. Trying to throw it in front. Hit his skate, got blocked. But played free to Sutter. Pass right back to him. Behind the goal, Trineyev fended off a hit. Sutter comes in. Good hard-working shift. Can the Bears get one in the final 18 seconds of the period? The Monsters are able to dig it out of the pile and clear it down the ice to Ness in his own blue line. Checks the clock. He's got 10 to work with. Sends it right wing, McElrath. Over the blue line. He'll drop it. Sutter looking the goal. 4 seconds left. Some room for Ness. Settles the puck and shoots. It got knocked down in front. And a late goal by the Cleveland Monsters on a misplay by Hershey sends us to the dressing room with a 1-1 tie. Eric Rowe scored at 14:35. Josh John at 18:49. And this game all even. We'll see what the third period brings around the corner. We'll have reaction from the bench coming up in just a moment with the second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43, sponsored to you by Orangetown Bank, your trusted community bank since 1919. As we have some words being exchanged on the bench, you look at the highlights if you're tuning into our television coverage tonight. Here from period number 2, it got spicy there at the end, but you know, you're feeling real good at 1-0 because you finally break through on the power play, and that definitely deflated this building a little bit. But now it comes down to win a period, take a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, you know what, and if you told the Bears that you had to play one period, you know, for all the marbles here, go up 2 in the series, I think they'd take it right now. So for them right now, it's go in and refocus. They played some great hockey. You know, that's a tough one to give up, you know, only for the sense that it's, you know, kind of a nothing play, and it turns into something a little bit more. So, you know, Shep's been great tonight so far, and look to him, you know, to be the backstop here moving forward.
Yeah, Hunter Shepard has had a nice redemption game, but that one unfortunately doesn't go his and the Bears' way. So shots on goal in the second period favoring Hershey. 8-4 in favor of the Bears, but 20-15 in the game. They'll find themselves 1-1 going in for the third period of play. Not sure if we'll hear from a member of the Bears downstairs or not after that end of that period. We'll just send it down nice level to Todd. Todd?
Yeah, guys, we were going to talk with Garrett Rowe. He's got to visit the training room real quick. We haven't been told anything about it, but wanted to talk to Rosie. He obviously got the first goal of the game. We were talking about the gritty players making a difference. I mentioned Huntington and Rowe. Rowe comes through on the power play as Vecchione stayed right in front. Obviously a disappointing goal right there before the intermission as we go to things 1-1. But the guys are going to try and get as fresh as they can and figure it out for the third period and try and get this Game 2 victory.
Sure, Rowe will be fine. Thank you very much, Todd. We'll save it for after the game to talk to Garrett. Hopefully he's got another one in the cards. Take a break and be back. 1-1 our score after 2. You're tuned into the 2024 Calder.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says, "These cars are going fast." I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now get a low $219 per month lease on Sentra, or choose from 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
We had the best vacation.
Yeah, and it was easy with the points we earned with the flagship card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
They had the best vacation. Look at all those fish. I love our points.
Yeah, me too. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCL.
We're back in Hershey for our second intermission report. It's Game 2 between the Bears and the Cleveland Monsters of the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. By any means necessary, by any body part necessary, you have to do what it takes this time of year in the Calder Cup playoffs. And there was a lot of laughs after Game 1's gluteus maximus effort from Aaron Ness.
Pass misses Ness, but it comes to Vecchione. Ness drives the net. Vecchione shot. He scores! Might have hit Ness on the way. It redirects up and in.
I think he purposely did it because he knows I'm not going to score any other way, right? So it was, he owed me one, I guess. So it was, no, it was a great play on him, great shot, and it was a lucky bounce, and you know, it's part of the game, I guess.
Aaron Ness on the redirect is tied at 2.
And what he did was he got into the D and created a screen, and I just tried to shoot through his legs because he did a good job of boxing out, and the goalie couldn't really see. He was kind of like leaning glove, so I wanted to shoot blocker. No, he said it immediately, like, went off my ass. So I went inside with him. I let him go down the line first, and no, I mean, I don't really care who scores. It was a big moment for us, tie the game right there, and created momentum. We got one a little later there.
Vecchione was a little off target. For Ness, he gets the goal and helps to put the Bears in front in this series by using his behind. We'll have more of our second intermission report after this. You're watching Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to WeFixMoney.com and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
Life, it's full of moments, from first steps to first loves, moments that make life special. Now, life can also bring us difficult and disruptive moments like a cancer diagnosis, which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. They know the problem of cancer won't be solved by one doctor, one lab, or one hospital. That's why Stand Up to Cancer brings together top minds from different fields to find new and better treatments so patients can thrive. So when it matters, we can all show up for moments of a lifetime. Please join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families get back to where they belong, making new memories for years to come. Please go to standuptocancer.org to see how you can join the mission.
"25 years ago, when I was just a boy, I couldn't imagine a world where cancer was a curable disease. Thanks to research funded by the Prostate Cancer Foundation, all that is changing.
I've had prostate cancer.
My dad had it, which means now I'm at a greater risk.
For a long time, cancer was one step ahead.
Now, the Prostate Cancer Foundation's research is delivering new treatments to patients all the time.
It's more time with family and rounds with good friends.
And that's more golf with my dad.
That's more chances to take you down. Join us as we finally take the lead over cancer and put this game behind us once and for all. The Prostate Cancer Foundation, they're saving lives.
I beat it, and so can you. To get ahead of the game, go to pcf.org to learn more.
We're celebrating this season of Washington Mystics basketball with a brand new series. This is Mystics Courtside. I'm Meg McDonald, and you're in the right place for the best content on all things Mystics.
This is my thing.
Behind the scenes access, well, the yell was incredible.
Thank you.
In-depth interviews.
That's what I pride my game on, is being the beast on both ends of the floor. I'm ready for it.
We have it all.
Go Mystics!
Don't miss Mystics Courtside, weekdays at 5 p.m. and anytime on Monumental Sports Network.
We're back in Hershey for Hershey Bears playoff hockey. It's Game 2 second intermission report. I'm Todd Sadowski along with Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux. And I thought we'd be talking about a 1-0 game, but it's 1-1. Let's talk about Miro, though. Ivan Miroshnichenko, what a period he had.
I'm glad you can say it correctly. No, he did. He did. I mean, he took a tough penalty. I mean, it was just a great play by him doing a reverse hit, and that's very common in hockey nowadays. And he outmuscled a guy that was about 6'4" and knocked him on his keister, you know, and then he goes out on the power play, gets an assist, and then on that goal, great shot by Garrett Rowe, but even better, we had Mike Vecchione screening the goaltender, and he was like one of the British Royal guards there at Buckingham Palace, standing straight, and he had no chance in that goal. He never saw it.
Yeah, good shot by Garrett Rowe, and you know, Miroshnichenko drew that penalty too for that power play, as he's an agitator out there. So he's doing a lot of other things in addition to being part of what's going on, even though they called him a penalty for that. I mentioned that goal by Garrett Rowe, and I'd call him out, and Jimmy Huntington, and just mentioned both of them about guys being able to make a difference in this type of game. You played with a lot of those gritty type of guys. Whether it's a play on defense, whether it's a penalty they draw like Garrett Rowe drew, those are the kind of guys that can make a difference down the stretch.
Yeah, the foot soldiers are huge. I mean, you got to have your best players being your best players, but you can't discount the role that those two guys play. Jimmy's great on faceoffs. Garrett Rowe, I mean, he was a pleasant surprise coming in this year. He's got 4 goals in the last 6 games since he's been inserted into the lineup in the playoffs. If you remember, he didn't start the playoffs. He started watching, and then he got in, and he took advantage of his opportunity.
No doubt about it. He has been quite a spark plug for the team. And, you know, we were talking about Hunter Shepard, and we're going to wrap this segment up here, but very unlike him, and usually if he makes any kind of risk, he knows he's going to get there. Just didn't happen to get there, so wasn't very clean. They tied the thing up. It's 1-1, but we're going to be watching this one real closely to see how it goes down the stretch. Mitch Lamoureux, Todd Sadowski, that's your second intermission report to get it started. We'll be right back with Zach and Garrett with your second period highlights.
Your windows can go from warped to wow, from energy wasters to money savers. Now you can have new windows and doors in just one day. We offer double hung windows, casement, bay, bow windows, and more.
It's amazing how affordable it is.
When you buy one window, you get one for 40% off, including installation. Schedule your free in-home visit or virtual visit today.
Home sweet Thompson Creek.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Lease the Tucson for only $269 a month or get up to $2,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
The savings continue during Marlowe Furniture's Memorial Day Savings Event, now extended. Save big with 25% off all furniture plus free delivery or enjoy 5 years no interest financing. Shop unbeatable Memorial Day deals. Sofas $699, dining sets $799, and queen beds priced at an amazing $799. Save 25% plus free delivery or 5 years no interest financing. Only at Marlowe Furniture, your trusted destination with the area's largest showrooms under one roof since 1955.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andy Holzman of Holzman Laser Vision. If you've ever considered LASIK, you should know not all laser centers are the same. Here at Holzman Laser Vision, we first determine you are a perfect fit for LASIK, and only then we'll provide you the best procedure available to help you see like you've never seen before. Experience the Holzman difference and schedule your comprehensive consultation today.
Seeing is believing at Holzman Laser Vision. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
Carlson fires, score!
It's time to join Club Red 365, our exclusive season ticket membership.
As a member, you receive the best seating options, guaranteed playoff tickets, access to exclusive events and gifts. What's up, dude? Monumental money for food and apparel at Capital One Arena, and more.
Grab your membership today and take advantage of all your benefits. Go all caps, all season long. For more information, visit washcaps.com/season tickets.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey. It's the Bears and the Cleveland Monsters. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. It's game number 2, and this game tied at 1. And Garrett, unfortunately, the Bears get one. You're feeling pretty good, and then they give one up late in the period. Late goals can always be backbreakers. They're doing a lot of things very well and limiting Cleveland's dangerous chances, but it comes down to the final period here.
Yeah, and I think at the start of the game, if you told the Bears that it was going to come down to one period, play one period, play a great period, they would take it, and a little bit of a fortuitous bounce there for Cleveland off of Whalen, and it ends up in the back of the net. Hunter Shepard's kind of stuck in the middle there, and it's too bad that it happens, but at the end of the day, it's a reset and go back right at it.
Look at the highlights from period number 2. A little scrambling in front of Shepard. Here's the power play goal for Garrett Rowe coming up in a bit. First, the power play chance for Garrett Rowe. Look, he's got that shot first mentality. It would pay off a little bit later with this one. Greaves just barely gets with his catching glove.
Yeah, just barely. And, that's a very similar opportunity to the goal that he ends up scoring. He shoots the other side there, but same idea. He takes that open ice up top there, he walks right into it, and he's able to rip it past Greaves.
Fantastic screen by Mike Vecchione, and you get a good look at that one there. Vecchione stationed right in front of Jack Greaves. He beats him on the blocker side. And here's the Cleveland goal. Shepard comes out to the top of the circles and unfortunately hits Alex Whalen. He gets it away from the initial attacker, and Josh Jung is there to tap it in. A risky play, and in hindsight's 2020. Maybe Shep stays at home and plays that breakaway, but unfortunately the puck didn't get through at the point, and that's where it all started.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, he made that decision to go, and at the end of the day for him, it didn't pay off. You're going into the third period here, clean sheet of ice, and it's, back to a 1-1 hockey game.
1-1 game. We'll see what the third period brings, but a sold-out crowd at Giant Center. Nothing better than that. Hershey certainly has home ice advantage. Win a period, win a game, take a 2-0 series lead. Stay with us. Third period's next. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Spring into action with Monumental Sports Network. Watch live coverage of the Washington Mystics, Washington Spirit, and Old Glory DC. Catch every scrum, score, and buzzer beater of DC's best basketball, soccer, and rugby from anywhere. Never miss a moment on Monumental Sports Network.
Wow, you guys did great with this place.
Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The symptoms started around 2011, going through different doctors, a lot of misdiagnosis.
I struggle with tremors, double vision, brain fog, and chronic pain.
I picture myself being in this place and everything being out of reach. The MS is getting worse, and I'm still just stuck in this little body.
Primary progressive MS. It's comparable to a house where things aren't working as they should. It's not something you could sleep off. You wake up, it's still there.
When you hear about a cure, it brings that hope back.
It would mean to my kids that they get their mom back.
And people would be saying, hey, remember MS? You know what that is?
If no one would have to ever experience this, it would just change the world.
Apply today at mhskids.org/houseparents.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in the Calder Cup playoffs. For those listening on the Bears Radio Network and AHL TV, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. It's the first time the Bears have gone into the third period of a playoff game tied. Cleveland 1-0 when they're equal. Third period, puck is down. We are underway. We get to it at Giant Center. 1 goal apiece after both teams strike in the second. Hershey left to right, leading the best of 7 series, 1-0. Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish, Todd Sadowski along with us too. Bears before this series shifts to Cleveland. Next game up will be Tuesday near the Monsters Barn. Look forward to bringing in the action. Right point, Lucas Johansson. Errant pass picked off. Look out, Alex Whalen with speed, trying to split the defense. But Hess gets back to save the day. And for the Bears right now, to make sure you're not shooting yourself in the foot. Snively to center ice. And weave and wind to get it to the red line. And hand off to LaPierre. Gives it back to Joe Snively. Plays it off the backboards behind the net. Frank up the right wing. Hershey has said it time and time again. They can strike in waves. They have it at the right point with Chase Prisky. Tapped away from him. Cleveland pressuring the blue liners. Getting in the way. It resulted in a goal that time. Hershey has to dump it back in. Maricek under duress to the corner. 1:10 gone, third period. And a 1-1 game on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Tied up in front of the sideboards in the left wing. Frank digs it down the pile. Comes loose to LaPierre instead. On the bottom of the left face-off circle, trying to throw it in front and hit a stick and pop free to the near boards, where Stefan Matou will take it to center. Skies it in behind the Bears net. A shot in Massey. Push hard to the boards behind the goal. Shepard at the ready. Guarded the net to the left. Jeff Greaves in goal to the right. Sharp angle shot wide of Shepard to the right point. Sweezy on the keep in. Right pass saved by Shepard. But Cleveland with control. Beneath the goal line, Trey Finks-Wolanski with it. The all-star for Cleveland with a long-range shot that's fended off by Huntington, who scoops a backhander down the ice. And on the fresh sheet of ice, it shuffleboards itself all the way down for icing. With 2:01 off the clock here in the third period. We've seen it a couple times now, Garrett, where Cleveland pressuring the points and creating turnovers.
Yeah, they do, and they're going to come hard at Chase Prisky type players. Where he's trying to make one extra move, and it's just about understanding, especially at this point of the game, the risk reward of what you're trying to do. There's times when it's okay for it to go back behind the net and kind of live to fight another day, especially down low, in the offensive zone.
Finks-Wolanski on the wing, re-engage after it was cleared, brings it in and shot deflected off the stick of Shepard, made the same, and Limoges to center. It's the puck to Jimmy Huntington. Wheeling it up the left wing and pushes it off the backboards behind the net. Dubé tied up, Huntington's there. Cuts free along the goal line, right wing, trying to throw it in front. Greaves will knock it with his stick to his glove and cover before anyone in a Bears sweater could get there. Jack Greaves hangs on. He's backed up by veteran goaltender Malcolm Subban, while Clay Stevenson sits second chair for Hershey. A look at that last chance that did not quite make it in front.
Yeah, it's sustained zone pressure. They don't have an opportunity to enter the zone with possession. Ends up rimming it behind the net, and that's where the Bears can really take over in this game and in this series. They've got the ability to play low, against the best of them. So I'd like to see them keep it low. Try to get that extra shift change in between, and really try to pin Cleveland's players on the ice there for a little bit.
Sillinger to Pucha. He puts it back of the goal. Delbel Belouz hit harder in the boards, but the Monsters stay with it. Zuboril from the left point. Jakob Zuboril to Sillinger, trying to cut it to the net. Deflected away, and Iorio is there. Garrett Rowe, the Bears goal scorer, will clear to the line, but not out. And Miros Nichenko to take the puck in his own zone to play it behind the net. Vincent Iorio has it for Hershey. Returned in the final game of the Hartford series after suffering an injury, but looked real good in his brief tour of duty up with the Capitals. Future's bright for the second round draft pick in his second postseason, having to defend on a failed clear down across. And luckily the one-timer would not sit flat for Pearson. Behind the net it goes as we re-engage, and some fierce board play. Pearson falls down behind the net. Iorio on him. Some tired Bears are out on the back end with Iorio. Ness is there to help him out. Using the fresh lanes to try to take it free. Monsters up the left wing. Justin Pearson threw it in front, tipped to the goal, and Whalen was there. He had a greasy goal like that in game 1, but knocked away from him. Trenier takes down a Monster, but back on his skates, digs the puck out. 3-on-3 up ice. Henrik Grabinski with the right wing will tap it in. Trying to get around Savozil, who spun him out of the way. Sutter looking to leave it, knocked loose. And back to center it goes as Mateau outskates Grabinski. A good back check, Trenier, but Massey on the takeaway. Cuts over the red line. Two Monsters collide. Mateau goes down, and a wrist shot from Massey knocked away. Sweezy and Massey collide. The Bears with the puck to Frank. His shot deflected up in the air. Winds up in front of the goal, and everyone trying to find it. It was sitting to the right of Greaves, and it's to center for Cleveland. Roman is shot over the blue line. Looking for the trailer. Kanowsko behind the net. Bodied up by Ethan Frank. 15:35 left in the third period of game 2. Nothing decided yet. We're 1-1 on the Penn State Health scoreboard. Sold out crowd at Giant Center. The puck chipped back to center. Dubé lifted the stick of the Monster to prevent them from rushing in over the blue line. And the Bears behind their own net, back to the drawing board. Dubé to center. Huntington's there by himself with Hershey changing. Huntington 1-on-4. Couldn't get a shot, but plays it up the near boards. Limoges kicked it to the middle. Malatesta on the takeaway, but couldn't clear it. Good stick by Johansson to break it up once. Now he'll have to defend James Malatesta second time. Hershey grabs control of the puck with Dubé up the middle. Lands flat on the stick of Limoges, who looks forward. Johansson to Huntington, tipped in front of Green. Zaboral, the defenseman, pushes it behind the goal. Plays it up the middle to Malatesta, who exits his zone as far as center. Ness gets it back and dumps it in. 14:35 left of the third period. Shots 21-17 in favor of the Hershey Bears, leading the best-of-7 series 1-0. Hunter Shepard stops it behind his goal. Leads for Jake Massey. The center has pass off the mark for Vecchione. Intercepted by Juracek. David Juracek to Delbel, but losing it. Good right pass save, sliding over by Shepard. Great feed from Juracek. Throw at center. Throws the hit on Savozil. And the puck couldn't get it forward, so he'll play it back to his own end. Jared Rowe on the tip-in, couldn't quite get it deep. Sweezy will take it. Well, nervous energy here over the Giant Center. In this pivotal game 2.
Yeah, there is, and I think, Zach, for them right now, the Bears just have to build off that. Have a couple shifts in the offensive zone here, and really start taking it to Cleveland. Offensively in the offensive zone, get those shifts kind of rolling back and forth, and that's where they really excel.
Puck deflected up and out of play into the Bears bench with 13:41 to go in the third period. Back and forth we go. Fans on pins and needles. You're tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Faulkner's. Every business is special to its owners, clients, and community. But your business is specialized, so at Sandy Spring Bank, you have a banker and team devoted to you. We know the ins and outs of the many industries here in the DMV. We'll customize your solutions, whether it's financing and acquisition, commercial mortgage, or equipment. Because ultimately, business banking is personal. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says, "These cars are going fast." I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now get a low $219 per month lease on Sentra, or choose from 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
I've been a Crop Metcalf customer for many years now, and you can trust me when I say you want Crop Metcalf working on your home. For heating and air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, pest control, and home performance, their team of 5-star technicians are professional, experienced, and for me, most of all, they're friendly. They're good people. They still believe in great customer service, and that's refreshing.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Battle-tested, experienced Hershey Bears hoping that comes to their advantage here in the third period. 1-1 with Cleveland. The Monsters have hung around, got a fortunate goal on a missed play late in the second. Sit all even, trying to even up this series. Moment of Sean in offense. 13:25 to go here in the third. Henrik Grabinski taking down Sean so far in this third. The officials have swallowed their whistles. Grabinski picking up the puck and cutting loose in the left circle to Massey behind his net. Bears break out of their own territory. The neutralized, deflected in by Bogdan Trineyev. Bouncing puck towards Greaves. Unfortunate for him, hopped to the corner as he swatted away. Monsters to center. Ashan out of the reach of Mateau. He'll veer off for a change. Dylan McElrath with it. Looks up ice. Deflected in Snively. Cut down by Savozo. He'll take it behind his own net on the backhand. Working up the boards. Off the glass, but not out of the body of LaPierre on the keeping. See if the Bears can take advantage of this. Savozo pushes off Snively for the puck. Ness keeps it in. Left boards. Lines and fires up and over the net. On the slap shot with Ethan Frank. Pushing it deep. Over the stick of Snively. He's got it back from LaPierre. Sidesteps the check. 7 helpers in the playoffs. Well, that puck to the point. A tough one to handle. Juracek took it away. Next having to defend. Malatesta in, and McElrath blocked it. Great work by Dylan McElrath to block that shot. Puck sits free behind the net. Malatesta with it against centers. Great save by Shepard. Point blank on Trey Fix-Wolansky. That puck just sat behind the goal and caused a problem for the Bears. And Shepard, oh boy! Glove save and a beauty. How do you do? From Hunter Shepard, and Todd Sadowski on a front row seat on that one as Shepard keeps this game 1-1.
He looks sharp for those couple of saves. Some dangerous chances quickly for the Monsters. It's a milestone night tonight for Bears defenseman Aaron Ness. He's now in the top 10 all-time for Bears playoff games played in franchise history. Ness's 61 games played ties him for 9th with less stuff. On a list of Bears greats, Chris Bork, the leader, with 106 games played. Mitchie, you know that guy pretty well.
Yeah, a pretty good friend of mine. He's obviously a Bears great. His number's up in the rafters for a reason. So great guy, great teammate, and had a lot of fun with Chris over the years.
Another look at Hunter Shepard with the left-hand larceny and just surprised him a little bit, but makes the save. 12:01 left in the third. We went to overtime in game number 1. I'm bringing it out there because usually you say something and then it happens or doesn't happen. I'm trying to jinx it because we'd like to see the Bears get this done next to the next 12 minutes, because the old ticker can take playoff overtime, but we mentioned how good the Bears are in it. There's still a lot of time left to decide this one. Off the draw, the puck picked up. Limoges to win the face-off behind the net. Lucas Johansson will park it there for Hershey. Limoges, Dubé, and Huntington on the ice for the Bears. Off the foot of Huntington. Knocked back by Sillinger. No one in there in a white sweater. So Iorio with it for Hershey will flare it forward, but too far all the way down. Icing call. Bears fans listening on the Bears Radio Network, stick around after the game, where we'll bring you our York Mitsubishi Player of the Game, our Kenny Smith Player of the Game, presented by York Mitsubishi. We're give it all sees the Bear that has the best impact on the game. Good luck to all from York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue. York, PA. Visit them at yorkmitsubishi.com, where Mitsubishi's always cost less. We also give out the Kenny Smith Award, Garrett, that goes to the player, the most 3 stars nominations in the regular season. That was Pierrick Dubé. He's out there now. Could be a difference maker for Hershey's. Able to rattle it off the glass to center. Now you'd love to see get going and get one here in the third. Fortunately, ices the puck and will have another defensive zone face-on.
Yeah, but he is a guy, that you talk about, different guys that step up throughout a playoff run. We've seen Garrett Rowe, obviously, Ethan Frank and Hendricks Lapierre. I know that Todd Nelson and that group would love to, get Pierre Dubé on the board. And, sometimes it takes one and they come in bunches. So I'd love to see him get one here going into the third.
On the wraparound behind the goal, Justin Pearson will pick up the puck, intercepted by Dubé to center and all the way down. Zaboral will collect it behind his own goal, fumbles it there. Zaboral started the year in Providence, didn't play much. They traded him away. Picked up for Andrew Peak. And Zaboral will break the press to center. Hershey changing all the way down. It goes. Icing is called, and the Cleveland squad will be unable to change. So 2 historic cities in the American Hockey League meeting up. The Monsters were in the West when they were in Lake Erie in 2016. Their own other meeting with the Bears in the playoffs. Moved back to the East a handful of years ago, and it's Hershey, that in the regular season with points in 13 straight games against Cleveland. They won game 1, but the Monsters are giving them everything they got here. They're the winners of the North Division for a reason. A real good squad. Down to the wire with Syracuse. They won it on a tiebreaker in the final games of the regular season. Alex Whalen on the takeaway for Cleveland with 10:55 to go in the third. The puck played with a high stick and another neutral zone faceoff to come. So when you're in a game like this, we talked about a little bit in game 1, Garrett, where it just feels like everything is magnified. It's 1-1. There's not a lot of time left. You haven't been able to really do what you want to do. Maybe you're getting a bit frustrated. How do you break through that, not worry about pressing too much and playing your game?
Well, I think you can see it a little bit here, in the first 10 minutes of this third period where, nobody really wants to make too much of a mistake. And like you talked about, it gets amplified in the playoffs. Typically when you do have something like that happen, it usually ends up in the back of your net in the playoff run. So, the biggest thing right now is stick to your game. The Bears have the ability to score, and we've seen that time in and time out. So just play their game, and they'll be fine here.
Prisky behind the net, the puck at his feet, trying to find it in the left corner. The Quinnipiac standout is able to wrangle it away and chase Prisky to center ice. Vecchione has it at the red line, over the blue line, in the feet of Rowe, trying to collect it loose. Back to center it goes as McElrath steps up, finishes his hit on a shot, and the Bears recollect the puck in their own zone. Miroshnichenko acted like he was going to play it forward, and he thought he did, but icing is called on Hershey. He missed it with 10-12 left in the third period. Todd's ice side, and we can kind of feel the nervous energy up here from the fans. What's it like down there behind Hunter Shepard?
It's palpable, and look, this playoff run has mirrored last year's. Here's the difference. Rochester was a 2-2-1-1-1. This is a 2-3-2, and if you didn't know, Cleveland has got a really tough building to play in. It's huge. There's going to be a massive crowd, so there's a little bit more urgency to get this win at home before you go on the road for 3 straight.
Ivan Miroshnichenko throws the handle on the boards. McElrath with the puck, but that area Mitch Lammer always calls the Bermuda Triangle. Tough for Vecchione to handle. Look behind him and went past him. So the Bears will change. It's broken up to center. This line could certainly do it. Riley Sutter, Bogdan Trineyev, and Henrik Rubinski having a great playoff. Sutter re-inject. James Malatesta, and the Bears will take the media timeout and try to reset and find a winner. 9:38 left in the third. Don't go anywhere yet. We're tied at 1. You're tuned in to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
Mystics basketball is back. Attacking, tap the bucket. And Monumental Sports Network has you covered all season with full game coverage, by Atkins, including pre and post game. Watch returning stars and a can't miss rookie. Catch all the action that's making the WNBA the talk of the town. Watch or stream on Monumental Sports Network now, your home for all things Mystics.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can capture all the moments that make summer, summer. Like driving a RAV4 to wade in a waterfall.
Nice.
Cruising to play mini golf in a Camry. Or taking a Tundra to the beach.
You're not gonna leave me here, are you? Right now, buy a spacious Highlander with low 3.99 APR financing from Toyota. Or get low financing on a new adventure-ready RAV4.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to WeFixMoney.com and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Sold out crowd at Giant Center in Hershey. Great scene production video crew bringing you the broadcast tonight along with Fox 43. Thank you to them. And they also run the in-house production here in Hershey. They're jacks of all trades, getting the crowd pumped up in between whistles here, trying to use that energy and home ice to the Bears' advantage to break this 1-1 tie on the Penn State House scoreboard. Bogdan Trineyev to the point, McElrath. Hershey on offense with Aaron Ness. Puts it back of the goal. Intercepted, taken away by Cleveland, who's done a good job fronting pucks, keeping the Bears stuck for quite some time at just 21 shots. Shots are 5-1 Monsters here in the third period. Puck loose to the point. Savolza with it. From the blue line, David Juracek's wrister rolls the net, tip there, and Shepard, as it came to a crawl, will hang on. The Bears goaltender freezes it for a face-off.
Sometimes, Zach, in a situation like this, it's, sit back, take a deep breath, and, understand, what's on the line here. And I think, that last TV timeout, Todd Nelson's kind of saying, hey, listen, we're okay here. We're in a tie game. We know what we can do. Let's go out, not turn this thing into a track meet. Let's go out and play down in their end, and good things are going to happen.
It's not going to be easy to be the best team in the league, but you're not going to walk into the playoffs and run everybody out of the building. Not in this day and age with the parity. Real good squad coached by an up-and-comer Trent Vogelhuber on the other side. Hendricks Lapierre to center. Met by Pearson. Snively smacks it in. Delayed on side of the Bears. Lapierre will vacate the zone, but the Monsters have some time. Konosko inserted for Cole Clayton. So there are no injury designations from Cleveland PR this time of year. They keep everything secret, but have to think he's hurt. Lapierre down the left wing, center. Frank in front. He scores! Ethan Frank! Yes, sir! He tips it to the top corner. Frank stays hot, and Hershey has a 2-1 lead.
What a pass by Hendricks Lapierre. He throws that over, similar to that one that Ethan had in the second period. And, this one does not bobble on him at all. He's able to throw that over Greaves' glove hand. Great pass and even a better shot by Ethan Frank.
Goals in 5 consecutive games, is 7th in the playoffs. Big players make big plays this time of year. Feed from Lapierre and Ethan Frank, who's scoring 30 in his rookie season, 29 this year, left wide open. A mistake by the Monsters to leave him there, and he hits pay dirt, makes him pay. It's 2-1 Hershey. And now suddenly, Todd Sadowski, we talk about pins and needles. Now everybody feeling good at Giant Center.
Have we seen this before, guys, this formula? The guys keep a low-scoring game going, and you give them long enough time to come through in the clutch. And Ethan Frank's just too fast to keep up with the entire game. Hendricks Lapierre, too talented. Those guys connect. And we'll see what happens if they can lock it down the last 8 minutes.
So lock it down was one of our window of opportunity presented by Renewal by Anderson, one of our keys to the game. 2-goal lead for Hershey. They gave up 2 in the final 123. This a different scenario. And the Bears were so good in 1-goal games in the regular season. They're playing in one here. They tip it in. Dubé goes for a hit. Got enough of Zaboral to send into his backside. Puck comes free. The Monsters who look to break to center. Lifted down to the defensive end. 2-1 Hershey on the Penn State House scoreboard. Frank 7th from Lapierre and Johansson in 11-21. Puck deflected in. Mike Vecchione chasing after it. The Union College standout gets it behind the net. Picked back up, and the Monsters to center on the left wing. Vexvolansky with some room. Good shot blocked by Prisky, who's had another great game tonight for Hershey. Vexvolansky gets it again, pops it up in the air. McCown is after it, clear to the blue line. Foot race here. Mirosnichenko couldn't get there. And Prisky to center will flip it down the ice. No icing as Juracek back for. Vecchione took it from Juracek. Juracek took him down. Fans want to call, but a battle there, won by the Monster defenseman. Who felt the footsteps. Mirosnichenko on his steal on the backhand, trying to go to Vecchione, and Savolso broken up. Cleveland feeling the heat here a little bit. Bears right now trying to use this momentum of the crowd to their advantage and take a 2-0 series lead. 2-1 front runners with under 7 left. Throw to the blue line. Tipped and kept in. Thrown wide to Shepard. Up the near boards. Hershey looking to dig it out. Rubinski to center. Gets around Konosko. Sweezy will get there first. Rips it up the sideboard. Sutter trying to get there to hold in. He can't. And volleyed back down to the Bears end on a wobbling puck. Tough one for Johansson. Can't find it. Sillinger on the takeaway. Centers, and Rubinski gets back and breaks it up from Konosko. Down is a Bear on the far side of the ice. The puck comes to center. That's Johansson. 6:24 to go in the third. Lucas Johansson in some discomfort. His head trainer, Sean Fleazar, running out onto the ice right now. And Johansson doubled over on all fours.
Yeah, I think that was, he got tied up there with the play coming up the wall. And, when the puck, bouncing puck, and he just was unable to, hopefully he's okay. He's just unable to kind of catch his balance there, trying to play that second puck. And, I think just maybe, hopefully
that left knee there got kind of awkward. He's not putting a lot of weight on it. Now he's trying to put a little. And unfortunately, Lucas, in the early portions of his career, dealt with really poor luck with injuries. Nothing that he could do about them. And you hate to see that. Needs help getting off from Sean Fleazar, the head trainer, and Vincent Iorio has been such a big part of the Bears. And Johansson hobbling down the tunnel. And that does certainly not look good on first glance. We won't have any further updates this time of year for the medical team as Johansson heads down the hall, except for we likely will not see him for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and sometimes what happens there is you just get caught in a rut, and JoJo's just reaching for that puck, and Cleveland's players trying to come through the puck, and so hopefully JoJo's okay there. This time of the year, hockey players are pretty tough, so hopefully everything's okay, and you'll check back out and be right back out there.
So for the time being, and likely the balance of it, just based on the nature of Johansson heading down the tunnel, if he came back, I would be shocked. They're going to be down to 5 defensemen for the final 6:10. Up 2-1. Puck rolls to Shepard. He will fall on top of it and cover it with his catching glove. With 6:07 left in the third. As far as depth goes, Logan Day, according to head coach Scott Nelson, told the media a couple days ago Logan Day was close to returning from an injury suffered in the final game against Lehigh Valley. Day, of course, was right up there behind Joe Snively in points and a huge part of this team's success. So good news on that front. Hardy Hamanaktel is missing this game due to injury, but has skated this week. So hopefully with a couple days between games, the Bears can get some good news on those two, and also some good news on Lucas.
Yeah, and it just shows the depth, that Hershey has. You look on the back end, and there's a handful of guys just waiting, waiting in the weeds kind of type of thing, just waiting for their chance. So hopefully JoJo's okay, and we see him back here this series. But if not, there's guys ready to go.
Saboro behind his own net, the Monsters. Not a fortunate bounce to make it 1-1. Hershey's pulled ahead on a Frank goal here in the third period. LaPierre and the Bears looking to get it out, knocked behind the net. Chase Prisky is there on the backhand off the skate of Pucha. Beneath the goal line, Sillinger with it. Looks to center. Behind the net again, drug free to the left side. Bourne Zaboro shot to the net, never made it through. Comley, Snively, cleared on down the ice. Love that patience play from Snively to make sure, got it to his forehand, was able to elevate, was able to get it out. Veteran play there from a veteran player with 5:20 left in the game here at Giant Center. Picked up at center. Dubé with Huntington wide to the left. Pierre Dubé over the blue line, shifting on the right wing. Knocked down by Subozil. Officials haven't called anything in the third. They're going to keep it that way. Huntington out front. Missed the most to Iorio. His shot gets the glass over the net. Oh, Vincent Iorio, second layer of traffic. Put it up and over the goal. Here's cleared in behind the net. We play on here. 4:55 to go in the third. Hershey won a franchise record 23 one-goal games, 24, one-goal games this past season. Most ever in the club's 86-year history. 24-2-0-5 in one-goal games this year as Mateau brings it in offside. And now we are down to heart-stopping time at Giant Center. 4:40 to go in the third. Ethan Frank has the Bears in front. We'll be back. Game 2. We tuned into the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. With Thompson Creek Windows, you'll see your utility bills go down as the summer heats up, and you can get windows now and pay later.
We do it all: design, build, and install.
So you won't pay the middleman markup.
You get high-quality windows at an affordable price.
Buy one window, get one 40% off.
Call now to save 40%.
Call 855-57 Creek now for this amazing offer.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
Here at Southbound and Kramer, we try to connect the community to the farm.
When we took over from Mom and Dad, the bank that they worked with had been with us for 15 years, and they kind of stagnated. M&T Bank came, they were gung-ho like we were gung-ho. They're vibrant, they want to work with us, and that's the partnership we need, because when we have the ideas and the things that need to happen, we need somebody that'll partner with us and move with us.
They're committed to us like we're committed to them.
The home of your favorite teams in the DMV. Capitals, Wizards, Mystics. The game's on. Monumental Sports Network.
Sold out crowd waving their rally towels. What action. American Hockey League Calder Cup playoffs for the second consecutive year. The Bears playing for a chance to go to the championship round. They won it all last season for the 12th time in franchise history. Looking for lucky number 13. Going to go right now up 2-0 against Cleveland in this best of 7 series. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Zach Fish, Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski with you. Ethan Frank, the go-ahead goal at 11:21 of this period to put Hershey in front. Cleveland over the blue line. They pulled off a comeback to force overtime in game 1. The Bears don't want that to happen. Subozo from the right point. Sends to the right wing. Thrown in front of Sean's open backhander. Great save by Shepard. And the rebound goes wide. Roman and Sean wide open in front. And Shepard with a 10-bell stop. Clear to the blue line. Juracek on the keep-in. Shot wide of the goal from Gons. No stick for Shepard. Massey needs a clear. Off the body, up in the air, kept in. Miroshnichenko's got a chance. He will smack it off the boards and down. The Bears will take the icing. Shepard regains.
If you notice, guys, he could not see the play until a fraction of a second. Look at him looking for the play, and then he loses a stick there. So on that initial save, he could not see until a fraction of a second, until the guy was right in front of him. So just fantastic vision at the end for Shepard to be able to make the play and anticipate where everybody was at.
3:40 to go. Shepard denies a shot who got lost in coverage. Bears can't change. Up and out of play that goes. And that's a penalty on Hershey. That's a delay of game penalty.
Shepard to be able to make the play and anticipate where everybody was at.
3:40 to go. Shepard denies a shot who got lost in coverage. Bears can't change. Up and out of play that goes. And that's a penalty on Hershey. That's a delay of game penalty. And you hope it's not a costly one. Jake Massey sailed that one out of play with 3:36 left. And now you start to bite your nails. The penalty kill, #1 in the league all season on home ice. Over 90% in the regular season. Now they have to come up with their biggest kill of the year.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. You know, Jake's just trying to, you know, it's a strong side out. You know, a routine play, you know, coming out of defensive zone, especially, you know, when you get stuck in, you know, for extended zone time, and that puck just flips up on him. It's, you know, kind of worst case scenario for him. It's too bad.
Draw to the right of Shepard with 3:36 to go here in the third period. Cleveland on the power play. They win the faceoff. Their third try with Fink Swilanski up the left side boards. Goal line feed done. Diving play back around. Puck rolls to the side of the net. Shepard trying to cover it. No one for the Bears wisely puts their hand on it. Was inching towards the blue paint. Whistle went as it was held long enough. Came free at the end, but 10 seconds killed off this. It is going to be dicey. It is going to be one that makes you hold your breath. It's just a 1-goal game on the Penn State Health scoreboard. 2-1. Face off. Fink Swilanski on the right wing. Wrist shot off the crossbar and out from Savozo. Heavy metal hockey. Bears stay in front. A break for Hershey. Fink Swilanski. Fans on the one-timer. Game of inches. Centering feed. Pucha. Knocks it to the right point. Left side, Fink Swilanski. One-timer, gun wide. He had Shepard sliding the wrong way. Went against the green. Oh, Cleveland buzzing here. Done. From the goal line. McElrath down to a knee in front to block any net front pass. To the point again. 2-1 Hershey here in game 2. Shot from the line, deflected wide to Shepard to Puch on the far boards. Tip to the point, out of the reach, but barely kept in. Great play Bjork to fix Wolanski. Right wing, one-timer off the side of the net from Suvozo. Down to the wraparound, Shepard the stick save. Now the right pad save, and he will cover. Shepard not happy at all with Fitz Wolanski digging away in front. The Bears take care of him. And Shepard, his best work of the series coming in these last couple minutes, up to 24 saves.
Yeah, he's been tested a couple times here, point blank. Obviously, that one goes off the post. But, you know, for him right now, what a play by Garrett Rowe. You know, it's kind of one of those plays you might not see, but, you know, he doesn't have a chance to clear that, you know, cleanly. He just puts it right back into Hunter Shepard there to freeze that puck and get it, you know, fresh troops on the ice and reset there a little bit.
Cleveland Monsters have pulled goaltender Jack Greaves. He is on the bench with 2:36 left. Hershey can shoot at the empty net. Cleveland got a power play goal to make it a one-goal game late in game 1, 6-on-4. Shot from Juracek, now by Shepard. Man scramble in front, underneath the right pad. It rolls loose behind the goal. It would not go. Shepard's lost his stick again. He will recover it. McCown with it. Oh, tense moments at Giant Center. Hershey ahead 2-1, but the Monsters are right there on a 6-on-4 power play with the net empty. 2:15 to go. Tal Belbaluz is in front. On the right wing, Sillinger sends out with a feed to Macho. It goes wide of the net. There's fans behind their club here. Trinyev and Rabinski killing up top. Massey in the box for delay of game. Macho not in his wheelhouse. Pass was blocked by Chase Prisky down to 5D man. Great tip of the point from Rabinski. To center it goes. Now a 4D man with Massey in the box. Prisky getting PK time, helping out. Puck brought in. Tal Belbaluz. 10 on the power play to Brendan Gaunce. 1:45 of the game. Monsters need a goal. Tal Belbaluz behind the net to Gaunce. Looks to cut it in front. It's tied up on the right side. Juracek scores! David Juracek does it again. He tied game 1 late. He ties game 2 with 1:33 to play. And Cleveland is even the score at 2. The comeback kids do it again.
Yeah, I think they're, you know, I think Jake Massey had just stepped out of the box there, so I don't think it'll be a power play, you know, goal there. But nonetheless, you know, Juracek's got that big shot. We saw it, you know, he puts it over the blocker of Shep again. You know, very similar shot to we saw on Thursday night there to tie the game again.
Never say die. Cleveland Monsters have done a lot right here in this third period, holding the home team Bears to just 2 shots, firing 12 on Hunter Shepard. And what looked like a mistake for the Monsters, their lone of the period, an Ethan Frank goal wide open in front. Would it be enough? Cleveland says no. A delay of game penalty, and looks like it came right after the power play, but ultimately that led to it. And it's 2-2. And now you got overtime looming with the Bears already down a D-man with the Johansson injury. Got to get there first. Monsters with all sorts of pressure. Suborel to the right point. Bjork. Bears in some trouble here. First shot never made it to Shepard. To the corner it goes. McElrath with a hit. Knocks it ahead to center ice. Minute left. Puck picked back up by Cleveland. Over the blue line. Whalen from the right wing. Pass took a Monster down. The puck sailed wide of the goal. Now the Bears transition to offense. Prisky jumps into the play here. Dubé will shoot it in. Reeves has not been busy this period. He can't get it. Dubé centers, no one home. And Matone take it and break out to center. 34 seconds left in regulation time in game 2. Tied at 2. Here at Giant Center, the puck comes in front. Sillinger. Oh, I think Iorio got a piece of that. Not sure if he or Shepard knocked it away, but we play on. Dangerous moment. Puch's backhander to Mato. Iorio diving in front out of midair. Sillinger stopped by Shepard. Oh, the Bears are lucky. This is still 2-2. A drive off the side of the net. Huntington to the corner. Will clear it. Limoges leads for Dubé. One last chance. Greaves the save. What a frantic finish. And for the second consecutive game in the Eastern Conference Finals, we go to overtime. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, Zach, where you go out, you know, it looks like JoJo came back on the ice. I don't think it doesn't look great for him, but, you know, it's one of those things that the Bears, you know, delay a game, sometimes those come back to bite you, but we've seen it before. You know, look to them to come back here in overtime and put forth their best effort.
Overtime coming up here at Giant Center. Juracek's third of the playoffs at 18:27. Cleveland, it comes right after the power play. Look at this wild bounce. And we go to the overtime session. We'll have Mitch Lamreau and Don Sadowski up here in a couple of minutes to join us. But Garrett, it's hard to not look back at this game and just feel like, you know what, when that bounce went Cleveland's way, you're thinking, oh man, and unfortunately now we'll see what it brings. We'll get more analysis coming up. We'll step aside now. About 14 minutes until we bring you overtime. 2-2 our score. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears Hockey.
Zach Fish here for Bouquet.
Life. It's full of moments. Moments that make life special. Now, life can also bring us difficult and disruptive moments like a cancer diagnosis. Which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. They bring together top minds from different fields to find new and better treatments so patients can thrive. Please join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families get back to where they belong, making new memories for years to come.
I started Maspanadas about 7 years ago as a small catering company, but quickly we realized there was a real business opportunity in frozen foods, so we pivoted to that, and nowadays we are building an empanada empire. M&T has supported us with everything we need. They actually come to my plant. They understand what we do. They know my team. I am a mom, and this business was created for other moms with busy families. Together with M&T, we can take over the world one empanada at a time.
At Holzman Laser Vision, we provide the finest laser vision correction using the very latest technology to ensure the best outcomes. Our patient-focused protocols used by Dr. Holzman and his medical team help make your life-changing experience more comfortable, easier, and safer. If you have been considering laser vision correction, you should know Holzman Laser Vision is simply better. Arrange a free comprehensive consultation today. Holzman Laser Vision, because your eyes deserve the best. Tyson's Corner, Chevy Chase.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, here we are. Garrett Mitchell, Todd Sadowski. We've got overtime again in the Eastern Conference Finals. Both games, 1 and 2, needing extra time to decide a winner between the Monsters and the Hershey Bears. And when you look at that sustained pressure at the end, it's not a surprise. We're still talking about hockey. Just almost any team can't handle that kind of sustained pressure. Give credit to the Monsters, but that penalty really killed them.
Yeah, it did. And it's one of those things that, you know, at the end of the day, it's such a hard thing to try to, you know, fix and get through it. There's no rhyme or reason sometimes to the way that things happen. And you know, you're right. There's just too much sustained ozone time and pressure on the Bears to really kind of weather that storm, you know, for lack of a better word. Really.
Right, and so we see that in Game 1, we see it in Game 2, and ironically, no team in the league has had more 6-on-5 time at the end of a game than the Bears, because they won so many games during the regular season. So it's not a matter of them not being prepared. Sometimes it's execution. Of course, it's 6-on-4 for a lot of that pressure. So it just is what it is. How do you regroup? You got to regroup and come back out and get it done, and the Bears have shown they can certainly do that.
Yeah, they definitely can. You know, and the biggest thing for them right now is just go back, take a deep breath. You know, they've put themselves in this situation. You know, they've gone through it before. You know, a lot of those guys have gone through this playoff run last year. So go in, take a deep breath, you know, reset, come back out. You know, we saw what they did in Game 1 of this series, and you know, they've got the guys to do it for sure.
We talked about the nervous energy being palpable, and I mentioned, look, it's a 2-3-2 series. Cleveland is not an easy building. You do not want to go back there 1-1 and have to stay an entire week for 3 games.
Yeah, no, you don't. And, you know, that's a building that seats, you know, 19,000. You know, I remember that in 16. It's one of the best buildings I've ever played in my career. You know, so it's a tough building to play in. And, you know, like I told Zach earlier in the broadcast, you know, Cleveland's looking in. If they can come in and get a split in this series, you know, that's huge. So, look for the Bears to come out, really push the pace early on in this overtime, and hopefully they finish it off.
All right, I'm staying put. You're heading out. We lose Mitchie. We bring in Mitch Lamoureux and talk a little bit more about that third period finish. You're watching Hershey Bears playoff hockey.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says, "These cars are going fast." I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Now, get a low $219 per month lease on Sentra, or choose from 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. With Thompson Creek Windows, you'll see your utility bills go down as the summer heats up, and you can get windows now and pay later.
We do it all, design, build, and install.
So you won't pay the middleman markup.
You get high-quality windows at an affordable price.
Buy one window, get one 40% off.
Call now to save 40%.
Call 855-57-CREEK now for this amazing offer.
Let's let Sam know about something even more urgent than his morning coffee.
Hey Sam, did you know it's kitten season? Right now, thousands of kittens are in shelters across the nation, and they're in need of love and care. When there are too many kittens in shelters, they aren't able to receive the individual attention they so desperately need. That's where you come in. By fostering a kitten, you can provide the care they need until they're ready to be adopted. If you foster a kitten, even for a week, you'll be giving them a chance to grow up and find families of their very own. What's in it for you? A kitten will fill your home with joy, your movie night with lots of cuddles, and they'll even help your social posts look way cuter too. And if you foster a kitten, you'll be provided with everything you need to care for your furry friend. You just provide the love. Save some tiny lives. Adopt or foster a kitten today. To learn more about how you can make a life-saving difference, visit bestfriends.org/kittens.
We're back for the overtime intermission report. I'm Todd Sadowski along with Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux. I always love to see you. I didn't want to see you, man.
No kidding.
I didn't want to see you again.
I got 6:40 tea time in the morning. I was getting ready to bolt out of here and get some Z's.
Well, let's hope you don't have to pull an all-nighter, but look, as I was talking with Garrett Mitchell, the way that third period finished, we weren't surprised to see this, and really the way the third period played out, we're not that surprised either.
Yeah, the Bears were outshot 14-3. I mean, you're not going to win a lot of games. Very thankful they got a beautiful goal, and I mean, if it wasn't for Hunter Shepard, we'd all be on our way home right now because, I mean, he made 3 point-blank saves, one around the 8-minute mark on 65, and then one around the 11-minute mark on 64, and I mean, they were coming at us hard and fast, and they weathered the storm as best they could. Unfortunately, Jake Massey cleared a puck over the glass, and guys don't do that on purpose, and of course he feels worse than anybody else. They had the power play. They scored with, I think, 3 seconds after the power play, but they were already in a setup, and just a shame we couldn't get a hold of the puck and get it down because they pulled a goalie.
Yeah. Short segment. We got to go take another break, but I don't want to see you again, okay? But I do want to see at the end for celebrating a Bears victory. We see what happens here in this next overtime session. I'm interested to see how aggressive the Bears come out and try and get that game winner. We'll be right back with the third period highlights. Zach Fish and Garrett Mitchell hook you up with that. You're watching overtime playoff hockey, or about to, here on Fox 43.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Lease the Tucson for only $269 a month or get up to $2,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Can I really do this? It's what everyone asks at every new stage of life. We say yes. Sandy Spring Bank isn't just in the community, we helped build it. So we've got you covered if you want to buy a house or improve the one you've got. Let's grow your business, because that helps the entire area grow. And we'll show you how to save more and, yes, retire one day. What's your next financial destination? Sandy Spring Bank.
At AMCO,
We've been fixing cars for almost 60 years, and over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever, but the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look, because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
.org/houseparents.
David Juracek with a goal late in the game for the second consecutive contest to force overtime at Giant Center. The Eastern Conference Finals on Fox 43, as well as the Monumental Sports Network in D.C. with former Bear and Capital Garrett Mitchell. Well, here we are, a little free hockey. It's not been the way the Bears want. Not able to get it done in regulation with the lead late in the game both times, but Cleveland was a better team in the third period. Even though the Bears took that 2-1 lead, Hershey held to just 3 shots. Cleveland had double digits. And here's a look at the goal from Ethan Frank. And this was really the one great aid the Bears had all period. A mistake by the Monsters to leave Hershey's leading goal scorer open. Fortunately, it wouldn't stick, but a gorgeous goal by Frank, who's got goals in 5 straight.
Yeah, and you know, heck of a pass by, you know, a future longtime NHLer in Hendrix Lapierre there to get that puck across to him. But you're right, you know, other than that, you know, one chance that the Bears had, that was really their only, you know, grade A opportunity in that period.
Former Bears head coach, now Capitals assistant coach Scotty Allen always said it's a game of mistakes. Jake Massey unfortunately put the puck over the glass right at the end of a power play. David Juracek tied it, and then the Monsters were all over the Bears until the final seconds of this game. Frankly, Hershey's probably lucky this thing got to overtime as Shepard had to make some big stops here. Sillinger out of midair, nearly winning the game for the Monsters with just seconds to spare. Luckily, Shepard was there. Can't fault him in that third period of play. We head to overtime. That score should be 2-2 on your screen right now, because that's why we are going to overtime. We wish it was 2-1, but 2-2 the score as we head to the extra session. So who's going to be the winner?
I don't know. I like Frankie's game right now. You know, that line with him and Lapierre and Joe Snively. You know, I'd love to see Snives get on the board as well. So I'm, you know, going to kind of lean on that line. I don't know if I can pick one guy, but I like those that top line.
He's played too well not to strike. I'm going with the rookie, Ivan Miroshnichenko. The Bears looking to win Game 2 in overtime. We'll bring it to you next. You're tuned into the 20.
Life. It's full of moments, from first steps to first loves. Moments that make life special. Now, life can also bring us difficult and disruptive moments like a cancer diagnosis, which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. They know the problem of cancer won't be solved by one doctor, one lab, or one hospital. That's why Stand Up to Cancer brings together top minds from different fields to find new and better treatments so patients can thrive. So when it matters, we can all show up for moments of a lifetime. Please join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families get back to where they belong, making new memories for years to come. Please go to standuptocancer.org to see how you can join the mission.
If you need $750 or $1,500, up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Buy a sporty Camry right now with low 4.75 APR from Toyota. Or get a low APR on a stylish new 24 Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Saturday night in Hershey, we play a little free hockey. Not what the Bears or their fans wanted, up 2-1 late, but Cleveland ties the game on a David Juracek goal. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals will be decided sudden death. With Garrett Mitchell, I'm Zach Fish. Todd Sadowski is ice side. Team switch sides. Riley Sutter, Bogdan Trineyev, and Henrik Grabinski start overtime for Hershey. No Lucas Johansson. We saw him try it very briefly. He is not on the bench. Bears down to 5D. The Monsters were all over Hershey in the third period. They tied the game. And here we go with overtime. Sutter coming off laboring, holding his back as he heads to the bench. Steal by Cleveland, but bumped away to center. And we'll keep an eye on Sutter, who's doubled over in pain, chatting with the trainer. Clear to the defensive end. Dylan McElrath with it. Looking forward. Rolled away from him. Fresh ice. Sends it back to Nets. This is where you hope experience prevails for Hershey. But a steal by Zuboral. 3 over the blue line. Cleveland left to right. Wrist shot. Shielded by Shepard. Let's pause radio side for those on the Bears radio network. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hershey Bears hockey. Drawn to the left, right rather, of Hunter Shepard, who has now stopped 28 shots in this game off the draw. The puck dug free, Snively with it. He'll take it back behind the goal. Joe Snively with the puck for Hershey, the left wing to LaPierre. Pop back ahead, and Snively to take it. And Hershey in their own territory will look to set it up. Frank at center, deflects it forward to the Monsters bench where Hershey gets it back. And now Cleveland with possession at center. Brendan Gaughan's with it, his first game of the playoffs. The Cleveland captain sweeps to the middle. A pass there, spun loose. Savozel's shot deflects wide of the goal. And from a sharp angle, wide of the glove of Shepard. To the right point, Juracek holds it in, deflected the net. Shepard, it's between his feet. He covers it and hangs on. And a little dangerous play. Hunter Shepard's got it.
Yeah, you know, Shep was able to kind of track that all the way through, saw the tip, and he was able to get his leg out on that pad, or on the puck, I should say. It was in front of him, and he was able to corral that puck for a face-off just on his left-hand side in the defensive zone.
Every save important. Every little thing matters in these moments here. It could be a 1-1 series. It could be a 2-0 series. Heading to Cleveland in a 2-3-2 format. The Bears really want this one. Trying to stay perfect on home ice, but the Monsters have them on their heels here. Malatesta pulls away from the pressure. Shot to the net wide to Shepard. Limoges looking to clear it. And it goes to the line and out to center. Jimmy Huntington with it. On the left wing to Pierrick Dubé. Trying to knock it in, and back behind that goes Dubé and Huntington collide. And the center ice, Cleveland with it. Trey Fix-Wolansky. Gonna pull on back over the logo at center. 18-13 left here in OT. Fix-Wolansky out of midair, juggles it away from Vecchione. Popped it back of the net. McElrath after it for Hershey on the near boards. Hershey's Dylan McElrath with a takeaway to Rowe. His center for Limoges. Missed him, and all the way down the ice it goes. Wide of Greaves, but no icing. Sweezy took his time going back for it. I think he thought it was going to be icing, but quickly rushed it ahead. And now the Monsters have a breakout to center. Luca Del Bel Balloons scored the series winner against the Syracuse Crunch in Game 3. 3-game sweep. Kept in Pucha to Del Bel Balloons. Spins and shoots wide to Shepard on the glove side. Garrett Rowe with it behind the net. Fends off the pressure. Veteran play. Gets it to Vecchione. Pop ice in the feet of Miros Nichenko. He'll take it. Falls down at center. Trying to walk around a Cleveland defenseman. And here come the Monsters. Flipped up the middle. Out of the reach to Juracek with a hot stick. Great block by Vecchione. Juracek again. Guns to the goal. This time blocked by Rowe. Bears paying the price. They get it out to center. Juracek gave it away. Rowe leaves it to the middle. Miros Nichenko. Now to Rabinski. Shoots wide of the net. It was on his tape and over the goal. Hits it again. Shoots a second time. That one blocked. And Juracek, for all the chances and all the strong play, those are the things he's still working on. The Bears nearly made him pay. Rabinski just missed, trying to go high blocker. Cleveland will ice the puck, and Garrett, hopefully that's a tide turner. With the way the Monsters played in the third and the way they started this overtime, It just felt like the Bears were in danger of losing this game. And now a close chance, see if they can parlay into something more.
Yeah, you know, back-to-back chances there by Rybinski. You know, really point blank on Greaves there. And, you know, he's able to get that shot off twice. The second one doesn't get all the way through. First one misses the net. But, you know, hopefully, like you said, that's a little bit of a tide turner there for the Bears, and they can move on here.
On a 3-on-2 for Cleveland. They win the battle of the line. Juracek to Dunn, looking in front. Broken up by Hershey. And now to play it goes. 16:39 to go in overtime. Jack Greaves right in front of our own Todd Sadowski. Let's check in with him.
That Miro shot was very, very close. A narrow miss for Miro, and it wouldn't be surprised if that was the line that does it for the Bears. They've been so good in recent games. And one other point we want to make, these guys skate extra all the time for these situations, for these overtime games. It paid off last year on the Calder Cup playoff run. We'll see if the conditioning is a difference maker here in the overtime session, guys.
Drawn to the right of Hunter Shepard, confirmed by the Bears training staff. Lucas Johansson will not return tonight with an injury. But back behind the goal, Vincent Iorio with it. So 5 defensemen, big minutes, going to be logged by everybody in this group. There's no hiding anybody here. Shepard will lunge out of his goal to catch it with his glove and hang on.
Yeah, you know, and you lose JoJo, you know, what that allows, you know, what that forces the Bears, I should say, you know, to do is they move into a 5-man rotation there. You know, and that's something that happens, you know, all the way through since you played junior hockey, college hockey, that, you know, these D-men understand that 5-man rotation. So, you know, it's not a surprise to some of these guys, but, you know, it is going to force some of these guys to play some bigger minutes.
Justin Pearson had it, lost it, pops free to Ethan Frank. He'll try to get it back for Hershey, and it's LaPierre clearing the center. Pops to Snively at the red line. Dives and tries to knock it in. Frank with the hit on Dunn. Comes loose to Snively. He's got it, trying to drag it ahead. LaPierre was joining, but Whalen got back. A great play to break it up. Alex Whalen is there, and now the Bears turn back in their own zone. McElrath on the tape of Frank. With a goal in this game, 7 in the playoffs. A winner for him would set a new franchise record in the playoffs for the most game-winning goals in a run. Cleveland going to clear it. Cleveland will ice it. Quick reminder from our friends at Bouquet Mulligan to Mayo. They're having their Oakley VIP Day on Thursday, June 13th from 12 to 6. Their beautiful Cleona location. Best selection of new Oakley eyewear and sunglasses. The best prices. Bring your prescription. Get the best deal on prescription eyewear and sunglasses. Tell that I sent you. Get a cool Oakley gift. That's June 13th, Thursday in Cleona. Look them up at bmti.com. Face off to the Monsters. Cleared by Cleveland again. Down the ice it goes. Little roller. Wide of Hunter Shepard. Chase Prisky to corral it. He's also played well tonight. To Pierrick Dubé with it over the blue line on the left wing. Huntington trying to track it down behind the goal. Pressures Zaboral, who nearly coughed it up for the Monsters. Left to right, out to center ice. Dubé takes it back. Hershey cautious with it to Jake Massey. Throws it ahead to center, deflected in. And out to the blue line, knocked down Huntington. The Bears drive over the blue line. Dubé looking to the net for Lemos. Good break up by Canasco. In his first Calder Cup playoff game, a huge play there. Now Cleveland, 3-on-3 up ice. They'll just dump it in as Sean sends it behind the net of Shepard. Both teams completing line changes. 5 minutes off the clock in overtime. Mike Vecchione on the ice right now. The hero in Game 7 in Coachella. The hero in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Thursday. Does he have another magic moment in him? Puck deflected in by Miro Snachenko. Knocked away from him on the center ice. McElrath will take it back in his own zone. So Aaron Ness forward. Miro Snachenko to Garrett Rowe. In his feet, trying to find it. Cleveland gets there and clears to center where Vince Wolanski's after it with speed. Good job McElrath to pump him into the boards. Now a tested center though, turns it back to his own zone. Juracek to Pucha. Off the glass it goes to center. Waved at by Miro Snachenko, but Juracek to safety to Suvolzo. Long changes in overtime. The Bears will take advantage of an opportunity to get 2 fresh forwards on. Little things like that are pivotal. Fourth line is out. This line could do it. Puck cleared all the way down, though, by Hershey, and they will ice it with 14:02 left. But the good news is they did get fresh forwards. The bad news is the D is still a little tired. Yeah, and, you know, especially when you move down to 5D, you know, being able to change that, you know, you just talked about having that short change in the offensive zone, you know, right on the bench, right beside the bench, I should say. You know, that's something that the Bears can kind of utilize here to just continue to roll over line after line and really keep pressure on Cleveland's defensive forwards out. McElrath off the face-off win. Hightails it to center. Lands for Triniev. Rubinski was dumped. She'll swallow the whistle in the third. They're going to swallow it overtime unless it's egregious. They only want to delay a game penalty they had to call. Prisky from the point flings it to the corner. Behind the net, Jakub Zuboril is there. Pushed into, and Rubinski on the takeaway. We'll get it back to center. That's egregious. That's a trip. That's a penalty. Rubinski's going to go. He took down Zuboril, and the Monsters to the power play in overtime as soon as the Bears touch the puck. 6-on-5. Done with the goal in this game. The extra attacker. Cleveland works the point. York with it to the right side. Pucha across. Off the stick of Del Belbaluz. Cleveland trying to win it right here. Not even need the power play. Up to the left side boards. Del Belbaluz behind the net. It's the puck to Sillinger. The blue line, Del Belbaluz shot got blocked. Whistle. With 13:04 left here in overtime. Tripping the call on Rubinski, I believe, right? Or no, it's on Sutter. So regardless, it's one of the Bears' best penalty killers with only 5 defensemen. And yeah, there's Sutter sticking there. My apologies. Rubinski was joining the frame. It's 24 going.
Yeah, like you said, it's, you know, when you lose a killer like that, and you know, a guy that's, you know, so pivotal to this kill. You know, those ones here, whether it's Rubinski, Sutter, Cherniev, you know, it's tough to lose one of those guys. But at the end of the day, you know, the Bears penalty kill obviously is the best in the league for a reason. And you know, they got a lot of trust in the Huntingtons, the Rose, Chernyievs, Rubinskis. So, you know, it doesn't change much. It's, you know, it would be nice to have Sutsy out there to take that draw. You know, obviously he's been so pivotal on this kill so far this year.
Trying to step up if you're Jimmy Huntington here and trying to get this face off, get it down the ice. 13:04 left in overtime. The Bears have done this before. Game 7, overtime. Ethan Frank took a tripping penalty nearly identical in the middle of the ice. Not a penalty killer, but he took it. The Bears killed it, and they won an OT. Face-off is done unfairly. They will need to reset the clock 1 second. So Bears fans certainly feeling the heat. This is a real good Cleveland team. And watch them on video. You can look at them in Game 1, and it took them some time, but they're figuring out the Bears here. Hershey has to counter.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing is a team that doesn't quit. We've seen that, you know, so far in this series. Game 1, they come back, you know, scored 2, and then 38 left, and, you know, obviously come back and tie it here in Game 2. So it's a team that doesn't quit. They're not just going to roll over and hand it to you.
Dunn took the puck away. Possession Cleveland on the power play. Garrett Rowe looking to work it free at the point. Kept in. The Monsters fling it to the far side. Shot to the goal. Blocked and taken away. McElrath shorthanded. Wisely pulls up and just dumps it down the ice. Didn't try to do anything, rushing it in. He'll clear it. The Bears will change. A lot of skaters on the ice there. Fans grumble. Benches grumble. We play on. 1:30 left in the Sutter minor. Off for tripping. Juracek tied it late. Clear back behind the goal. Up the near side, Shaboza. To the line, Wolanski. His shot block fixed Wolanski. It turned out, cleared by Hershey.
Yeah, you'll really see the Bears. They'll probably just rotate these two, you know, penalty killing groups with Huntington and Rowe, and then Cherniev and Rubinski. You know, I think you'll see these that two groups really kill the rest of this penalty kill.
Point power play for Cleveland is half over. They haven't connected in this game. Looking for the winner. Juracek is out there. He's been dynamic offensively. They get the puck to Hunter McCown. Broke his stick on the dumping, but he kicks it free to Juracek at the line. Stolen by Huntington and cleared. A break for the Bears, and Huntington stuck with it. Fresh legs on out for Hershey. 40 on the Sutter penalty. This building is going to go nuts if they can kill this off and keep this game going. 2-2 in sudden death overtime. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals here at Giant Center. Bears lead the series 1-0. Triniev look to get it up the boards. It comes to McCown instead. He'll wheel it to the blue line. Rubinski watching him closely. McElrath and Ness defending. Bears down to 5 D-men. Johansson's out for the game. Sillinger for the right circle. Center point, Juracek. Left side. Down low off the stick of McCown. 7 seconds left on the Sutter penalty. To the blue line. Bears trying to survive here. Del Belbaluz fumbled it. Sutter's back. The Monsters still have the puck, but Hershey's killed it off. Rachel went to Sutter, snapped it away from him, and the Bears kill it. The Giant Center's loving what they're seeing. This game's not over yet. Triniev down the ice, no icing. Wholesale change for Hershey. Get the offensive-minded skaters out and get back to work. 10:45 in OT. 2-2 on the Penn State scoring point. Massey to Prisky, to Snively to clear. Kick to the line. Gons keeps it in. Tipped in front of Shepard. Massey thrown down from behind by Malatesta. Bears fans screen. Cleveland with the puck. To the right side, Gaun's it backhander, kicked down by Shepard. Timely save there. Wouldn't have wanted to see Cleveland winning on that. At the left point, Zuboro fumbled it there. That deflected up and out of play with 10:16 left in overtime. And breathe, Bears fans. They killed it off. And now have the crowd and the momentum hopefully on their side.
Yeah, you hope that this is able to build some momentum moving forward here in this first overtime period where they're able to really start playing down the offensive zone here. I'd like to see them have some sustained ozone time. You put out this Huntington, Limoges, and Dubé line. I'd love to see that group get one, and really just, I don't want to say take the monkey off their back, but for them, they could go on a run here, especially down the playoffs.
Juracek a sidestep move, stick save Shepard, rebounds there, backhand to the goal, scramble in front, Dubé's got it. He will clear to safety. Shots now 4-0. Cleveland in overtime, aided by a power play, but they do not score. We're halfway through. OT1 will play until there's a winner. Cleveland over the blue line. Alex Whalen with it down the left wing. Flipped it wide to Shepard. Picked up behind the goal. Pearson ran into trouble. The Bears take it away. Dubé with it will backhand it to safety. No icing. Bears can change if they desire. They will. Thrown forward by Cleveland to Alex Whalen over the blue line. Met with authority by McElrath. The puck into Shepard's glove. And the Bears goaltender will hold it. 9:36 to go here in overtime. They will have the ice scrape. We'll keep it here, I do believe. Yes, we'll keep it here. So a good chance momentarily to check in with Todd. He's got to sidestep the crew coming out right now to bring the shovels out onto the ice. So get out of the way down there, Todd. But you can feel the tension in this building. But hopefully that's a defining moment for the Bears here in these playoffs.
I can feel the tension. I can feel the cool breeze from the ice with the doors open, too. It feels really good, mainly because no one's left. I'm looking around in the stands. I don't believe anyone has plans for Sunday morning that they really care to leave for on Saturday night. They're all here, and I got to tell you, the guys really need them. Garrett, you know how it is. You get to overtime, and you start to lose a little bit of energy. Anything can give you momentum, and that penalty kill can get it done, but certainly the fans are right here behind you to pump up the team.
Yeah, 100%. And, the Bears fans have to turn almost into that seventh man on the ice for the Bears right now. So, for them to turn this building kind of upside down, really give the Bears some momentum, especially coming down the stretch.
We will look for that from Hershey here with 9 minutes, 36 seconds left in overtime. If you're just joining us, Hershey struck first. It took till the second. Garrett Rowe, 14:35. A bad break. Hunter Shepard came out to play a puck. It was a scramble. He was out of his net. Josh Dunn tied it, but Ethan Frank put Hershey ahead in the third at 11:21. His team leading 7th goal of the playoffs from LaPierre and Johansson. Johansson got hurt late. Cleveland tied it. David Juracek, just as a penalty ended. Jack Greaves is ice cold on the other side of the ice.
Yeah,
just take one.
I was just going to say, it's one of those ones he hasn't seen a puck there in a little bit, and I'd say fire everything on that, especially when a goaltender hasn't had his touches.
Great block by Rowe to put it out of the play. 3 shots for Hershey in the third. One at the very end of the third period from Pierre Dubé. That was from long range. It was a good save by Greaves, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, he's been standing there like a statue. See if the Bears can take advantage of that. Shepard, on the other hand, has been busy. Now up to 6 saves here in overtime. Puck at center, Miro Stachenko couldn't get it. That's one thing for Ivan that the coaches are continuing to work on with him, those wall plays. Making sure you get a piece of that puck, making sure you get it out, little things like that. He's been all over the ice tonight. He could be the hero.
Yeah, and especially as a young kid, that's what separates, the American League players, the NHL players, is that wall battle, if you're a defenseman going back and retrieving pucks. So, there's things to learn. You got to understand the age of Miro, but there's a lot of positives in his game.
Rowe broke his stick. He'll come off. Miro Stachenko dangles down the left wing. He centers off the stick, agrees. It pops in front. Overskated by everyone, but the Bears get it back. Miro Stachenko moves on the left wing. Still with it. Centers. Bounces around and wide of the goal with Sutter in front. Sutter was on for Rowe, who broke his stick. Miro Stachenko grabs his face. He gets it to the point. Bears buzzing here. Prisky, open left circle. He shoots, screens the save. The rebound. Prisky turned out. And the Monsters survive and clear it. 2 big saves from Jack Greaves. 2-2 in overtime. What a great series this is shaping up to be. Jun.01 on the tip-in. Grabinski putting pressure on Savozil, throws him into the boards. Well, the Monsters defenseman will clear to Malatesta, who gallops on forward. Pressured from behind, but darts into Hershey's zone. A little roller on net, steered aside by the goal stink of Shepard. Clock to 8:20 in the first overtime. Cleveland picks it up. Comeback kid's got it again. Malatesta lost control, knocked to center. Jun.01 with it, held down in neutral. Got tripped up a bit by the stick of Savozil. Here come the Monsters. McCown down the right wing, trying to shoot between the legs of Massey, who blocked it. Massey defending on the far boards. Good stick to knock it out to center.
Yeah, great stick by Massey there.
Fans all over the officials. Cleveland down the ice. That is icing. Malatesta frustrated that they cleared that one nowhere near where he could get it. See if the Bears can take advantage with 7:46 to go in overtime. An offensive zone draw as we look at the close chances for the Bears.
Yeah, and you know, Hershey's in a great spot right now. They've got a Cleveland, 5 guys that have been on the ice for a long time, especially after that icing. So, just pour it on them here right now for the Bears and, hop all over some tired Cleveland Monsters there.
Joe Snively on the ice because his first goal of the playoffs be the winner. Snively's got it out of the right side, wheels in front, shot got blocked, smacked on goal, Greaves the save, it's loose! Kicked down the left pad, up in the air it goes and knocked aside. Scramble in front, Greaves got it again. LaPierre left it, and Snively and his feet couldn't find it. Oh, now it's the Monsters wiping the sweat off their brow, and another missed pass. Down the ice it goes, icing. They are out of gas and running on empty, and the Bears got to win this game right here, right now.
Yeah, and you look at Hershey, they're rushing back to that face-off circle. They want to try to, not allow Cleveland to take a deep breath here. They want to hop all over them in the offensive zone here.
Trying to take a 2-0 series lead. This feels like the moment. Could be a series and playoff-defining moment. LaPierre, Frank and Snively, the guys you want out there. Off the glove of Frank, off his skate, the Monsters to center. McCown with the clear. He got center, no icing. Cleveland gets fresh players out, but the Bears still making Cleveland feel the heat. Frank with it, great play, leads to LaPierre. Over the blue line, shimmies away from the pressure, centers it to the goal, off the body of Snively. Out of the left corner, Iorio from the point, snaps it to McElrath. Wrist shot, denied by Greaves with the right pad, he saw it all the way. Iorio to Snively, and the glove saved by Greaves. No one around him, he hangs on, and frantic action in front of you, Todd.
Just having a great time with this. Look, one of the things to look for too is it's not just physical exhaustion. You start to get mentally tired too. So maybe it's a lazy pass or you just don't execute. You got to make sure your legs are under you and you're also thinking about what you want to do with it. So hopefully there's no mental mistakes as well, but that could easily happen for either team.
Bears with the draw. Iorio with it. Hershey threatening here in overtime. Tied at 2 on the Penn State now scoreboard in Game 2. Rose with the hit, the keep in by Dubé. This line 2 for 1 they want. A good hit by Huntington. Anders Bjork goes flying. Back behind the goal. Puck dug free, McElrath in. Knocked to Luke Marcus Bjork, beg your pardon, to the ice. And the puck free. Talk about fatigue and mental mistakes. Strong Bjork, the puck to center. Cleveland will dump it in. Back behind the net, Alex Whalen first on it. Met with authority by Dubé. Great work by Pierrick Dubé. Good offense, starts from good defense. He motors to center. Huntington back to Dubé. Scooting in, shooting and scoring! Yes, sir! Pierrick Dubé! What a play! He goes coast to coast, and the Bears take Game 2. Hershey wins 3-2.
What a little give and go there by Dubé. Huntington. If Dubé doesn't continue on there, that play doesn't happen. And the Bears are up 2-0. And the building has got some energy now, Fish. This is awesome.
His second of the playoffs, he made the whole thing happen. He beats Jet Greaves, past the glove, and the Bears lead the best of 7 series. 2 games to none, heading to Cleveland in control with a pair of overtime wins. They stay perfect on home ice. They get the W as Dubé, their marksman, who was near the top of the league leading goals until he was called up, does it in overtime. A gorgeous play. And he makes it happen. And Hershey still undefeated in overtime. 14 straight playoffs last year. Regular season this year. Playoffs this year combined. The Kings of overtime do it again.
Well, you know, we talked about that line, you know, and it takes one, and look out now because that line's been so good throughout the regular season, and you know, to have Huntington, Dubé, Limoges, that line get back going, and it's you know, look out Cleveland, it's going to be a long ride here.
The Monsters got to be thinking, man, if we could have got one, but now they know they're going back to their building. They played the Bears to overtime, came back twice, and they're hoping to turn the tides in Ohio. For Hershey, doing what they do best, just winning, baby.
How much fun is that, Fish? You know what I mean? You watch this building, and you know, like Todd had said earlier, there's not a person that left the seat going through overtime. You know, to sit here now, look out, and still have 3/4 of the building around giving the guys praise. It's awesome.
Todd, we'll hear from one of our stars of the game. We're going to get Ethan Frank for Todd downstairs in just a moment, but let's check in with Todd right now while we await that. You had a front row seat of it. It started in the defensive zone, it was finished, and you just felt like it was building for the Bears in the last 5 minutes or so.
Zach, you had a brilliant call on it, and you mentioned, I guess you saw it from up top, you saw all the open ice for Pierre Dubé, and you said sometimes great offense starts from great defense, and he saw open ice, took it, great individual effort. Sometimes that's what you need, is those offensive skills guys to finish the job, and what a play from Pierre Dubé.
Hershey leads the series 2-0 on the goal by Dubé, his second of the playoffs, the game winner for Hershey at 13:54. 3 stars being announced. David Juracek had another big goal to force overtime, but you know, for him, they're feeling like heading back home. If only we could have got one. This series far from over. I mean, the Monsters got to build confidence from the fact that this was another 1-goal game. We'll hear from a guy that scored one of those goals in just a moment, Ethan Frank. And we're in for a real good one.
Yeah, we really are. And you know, you talk about that. This you know, series goes to 1-1, and it's a whole different ball game. So for the Bears to capitalize on that one, it's huge.
Ethan Frank is with Todd Sanowski.
All right, I love meeting with you this way. After a victory, that's all that matters. You guys got the win. I know you'd like to do it in regulation, but you're up 2-0 in this series.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely some things you got to clean up. We obviously don't want to be playing extra hockey for no reason. So yeah, just towards the end of the game, bearing down on defense and doing the little things right will go a long way.
Your vantage point on Pierre's game winner?
It's unbelievable. He's been working so hard. He's going through a little bit of a rut. He deserves that. He's been a little frustrated, so it's good to see him get that and get a little relief out of it.
You guys hit the road for a week last year, Eastern Conference Finals. It was the 2-2-1, 1-1-1 finish. What's that going to be like, you think, to hit the road for a week in Cleveland?
Yeah, it'll be a little different, but it'll be good. We like kind of getting out of town and doing some team bonding, going out to dinner with the boys and hanging out at the hotel, playing cards and whatnot. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
6-0 at home so far. Great job. All right, Ethan Frank, there you go. I think a lot of people thought he was going to have the game winner. This one needs overtime. But once again, the Hershey Bears come up clutch in the extra session.
Eric Dubé, the overtime winner, and our thanks to Ethan Frank for joining us. Dubé chatting with Jim Jones in the building here. He's going to put the sticker on the board to indicate the Bears are 6 wins away from what they want to do. Repeat the roar. A long way from there, and we'll listen to the crowd as he does that, Garrett Mitchell, but we're in